Yeah, sure.
Hello, and welcome back to Castle Mac. You have joined us in the mist-enveloped lands of Barovia. The heroes before you have been whisked away from their lives on the Sword Coast and pitted against an ancient evil in a game of cat and mouse. Presently, the heroes are in the walled village of Vallaki, preparing to embark upon a dangerous journey to reopen the supply lines of Barovia's most vital commodity, wine. We will now go around the table and introduce each character briefly. Driessa, we'll start with you.
I am Driessa. I am a female Asmar sorcerer. And I am... What did I say I was? Let's say, like, lawful good. Good. Good.
Just good.
Sweet good. And I had memorized my stuff already. Hold on. I'm sorry, you guys.
That's okay.
Oh, okay. So my major personality trait is that I have different assumptions from those around me concerning personal space, usually ignoring it. And my ideal is that I am inquisitive and everything is new and I have a thirst to learn. And that's it.
Awesome. Over to you, Ava.
Alright, so I'm Ava. I was a Kenku Warlock, but the DM and I changed that around, so now I'm a Kenku Cleric, which is quite different. I'm a Death Cleric. I don't know what else to say.
Your alignment.
You're totally fine.
There we go.
You are a Kenku cleric. Caecilius.
My character's name is Caecilius of Clan Raish. He is a devotion paladin to Behemoth. He is a bit gruff. He is a red dragonborn, so he doesn't really have any people. His particular people see him as a traitor. Everybody else never trusted him. He was in prison during the War of the Dragons, been released, and has been adventuring with this crew, and is now locked in Barovia. So that's pretty much him.
Hedge.
Alright, I'm playing Hedge, a human druid, Circle of the Land, mountain. Old, eccentric, he's been in Barovia longer than he can remember.
Yep.
He's a little crazy.
And finally,
Wayland. I'm a young son of a noble from Jaipur, which is a different realm from all of these kind of folk. I'm a human cavalier of lawful good nature, searching for my former commander and trying to find favor from my father.
all right.
Dope.
With
I would also like to note, now that I don't feel pressured, that Ava was taken in by kind of a crazy old wizard, and so this is the first time that I've been out like among the world away from him, and Jeff's old character and I kind of traveled together, so everything that I know is kind of because of him, and that makes me a little bit like weird, like about social norms and stuff, because I wasn't really like raised in that, so situations can be confusing.
Cool. Okay, and with that, Castle Mac House rule, we are giving around player-given inspiration. This is where once per session, every player can hand out an inspiration to someone else. And in keeping with one final tradition of ours, we allow the recap of the previous session. This is going to be led by Lydia, but she rarely has a complete recollection of what just happened. We're going to keep this short. You guys can feel free to jump in and assist, and then we will hit the ground running.
Okay, just someone's remind me where we started.
Where we started at the
After it
beginning of last
Yes.
session.
At the end.
So we started at the end. We didn't talk to the toy maker because that was the game before.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Oh, we went to the Hamburglar's house, the Burgelmeister. The
Burgelmeister.
And
Yes.
his wife is named Lydia.
The Baron
How
Vargas
convenient.
How convenient.
Valakovich.
Her name was Lydia.
Yes.
She's lovely. And we went and we actually were kind of tight with him, and Lydia invited us for tea, me and Driessa. And he gave us some information about that lady who has the sons that had the book club, and
Lady
they
Doctor.
Vector.
Lady Vector.
whatever, you know I don't.
Lady
know that.
Vector.
Oh, by the way, don't try to follow this.
Yeah.
I don't know what else happened.
Caecilius, you want to take over for us?
We went
Raven, you want to
to
take over for us?
the house. We're having dinner with him.
Oh right, there was.
I had
dinner.
splurged a whole bunch of details that everyone was like, "Oh God, shut up," but it was fine. And then she invited us over for tea the following day. And then he was like, "I'll tell you what, let's make a deal. You take care of Lady
Vector. I know.
and then I will." Yeah, okay. You take care of her, and then I'll get my guy to like leave you guys alone. Isaac.
The flame arm.
Flame arm. Isaac. I'll have him leave you guys
Flaming hot
alone.
arm.
And then we were like, okay, cool, we made the deal. Then we went back to the end.
Oh, and that's where we ran into him, right?
That was way after we'd
I think it was the next
Bryce.
morning.
Oh, okay.
yeah. So we went back to
Oh,
the end.
right. I missed that whole church thing.
And then
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. I think we're pretty good to go. You want to summarize where we just left off, where everybody is, and what the plan is? Pass it around. Here you go.
Alright, so to finish that, Bryce, Jeff's former character, is staying at the church to kind of help guard that, and potentially Irina, who we've been chirping throughout Barovia because Strahd has an obsession with her. And but after that, we met Hedge, Jeff's new character, who's a druid, who told us we need to go check out the Wizard of Wines, which is the only winery and most joy in Barovia. Some evil druids have stolen the gems that made the wines so good and are using them for the Gulthias tree, as he told us.
Yeah.
Damn.
And we're planning on going there and taking Irina to Kresk and potentially exploring some other avenues of our fortunes, but that's exactly where we left off. We need to make a
He
game
told us
plan.
that they were poisoning the wine.
They were poisoning one. That is right.
Yep.
Hey.
They did.
And the druids had attacked the Wizard of Wines.
you have my notes in my book somewhere.
And that they had. I wasn't sure what had happened to the other keepers that were there, who are related to the innkeepers that we're with here. But I just came enlisting their help.
Gotcha. And I think we literally picked up where you all have just met Hedge.
And-
Yep.
The Babala Saga took one gem.
Yes.
Yep. You know the Babala Saga has one, and the Druids have two.
And of 3.
Of 3.
Yep.
They took the stones.
And the Babala Saga is south, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yep. South in
I know
Mirrors.
things.
You got
Yeah, we definitely earned that
it.
one.
You guys did.
Nice job.
All right. So you picked up with Danica Markov, who had introduced you to Hedge. And as you know, the Wizard of Wines is ran by her father. And so she was quite nervous about it. You know that they haven't really communicated. They've had a falling out because that first gem went missing some 10 years ago, and it was on her and her husband's watch, and her father never really forgave them.
Oh, we didn't hear that.
He heard that, didn't you?
I knew it, but I never told them.
Oh, did we not talk about
No.
that game? Spoilers!
Yeah.
I wasn't even listening.
Well, good.
I wasn't
You
even listening.
missed nothing.
I had blank file in the mind palace. I was like,
Yeah.
No.
You're like, nope, accessing. File not found. Okay, so we pick up with her. She's pacing. She's pacing in this wood-paneled room. It's empty, but for you guys, roaring fire in the fireplace. Let me turn the music down just a hair.
Yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt, but I was like,
Yeah.
it's loud.
Is that better right there?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's just kind of pacing. She says, what do you think, Masters? Do you think you can offer some assistance for us? If it's as bad as Hedge says, well, I'm quite worried about my family. You understand?
I think we should go. Brenda's heading that way anyway.
Oh, yes, just now, go. And he's grabbing Caecilius and trying to, like, pull him. Not moving
I wouldn't
with my
touch
8
him
strength.
if I were you.
Okay. Caecilius is still drinking the ale he ordered to settle himself after meeting Hedge's just
Eccentricity.
Breathless.
eccentricity.
Yeah.
He's like, we will leave soon, Mr. Druid. We do say I'm sorry, this was the next morning.
Next morning. Yep.
Okay.
What you would prompt today is the day of the festival of the burning sun.
The day of our
blazing
tea.
sun. Day of your tea.
Party.
None of which will be possible, of course, if you leave. It is far enough where you will need to dip on those.
I say we... Tea is going to have to be missed, but we could go tell the Burgomeister, Wayland and I, that we're leaving. I think we can tell him, 1, that the wines will be good for his people. 2, I'll tell him that he convinced me that us chasing Irina was a good idea, that he made me feel bad about it. I'm sure a man like that would like that sort of flattery. But also that Lady Bacta, if they've played this long of a game, she's not going anywhere. And then we'll collect Irina suddenly and leave town.
I can help you make sure we don't step on any toes as we're there.
I figured you could. Most people respond better to you than to me.
We can also offer the lady an apology that you will miss tea time, in fact.
Say, I haven't even thought of that.
That way we do not incur the wrath of the mistress or the mister.
Well put. Well put. Perhaps you two could go and prepare Irina while we go. Hedge, I'd say that you,
So you two will be going to apologize
yes.
and let them know that we will not be there.
Yes.
And we will go take care of Irina.
Yes. And Hedge, you will, stay here with the Markov for now.
Okay.
I thought you would enjoy.
Well, we can't thank you enough for the assistance. I don't know what it is, and it sounds like a couple of the keepers fell. There already weren't many of us. You can understand what a blow that could be. But without the wine, I'm just afraid there's not much hope left in Barovia. What little there already was.
Well,
Poisoned wine is no good for the citizens.
and you have what you didn't have before, which is us. The wine will flow again, and soon enough our other goals will be completed.
She nods and says, but do be careful. The Druids serve only Strahd here. He is the master of this land, including the trees. Of course not, Hedge. You'll be glad to have him, I promise you that.
Big goal. I'm sure we will.
Is there anything else I can get for you, masters, before you head out? Your horse has been well cared for. I was brushing her this morning. She's a lovely specimen.
If you could make sure he is tacked and ready.
She would have known it was a he. Retcon.
He is tacked and ready upon my return. That would be wonderful.
Of course, I can do that for you.
You'll be compensated.
No need.
May
You're
I-
already compensating enough. What was it, Triessa?
May I have a piece of parchment and a pen, perhaps?
Of course. Can I get anyone else anything?
Wine?
She says, I'm afraid that's your department now, Edge.
Bit of rations for us to take whatever we can.
Of course. I've got the morning's wolf steak ready. I'll wrap some up for you.
Good work.
She kind of runs off to the back room. You hear her rustling with some stuff. Not more than a few seconds later, she returns. She hands you two pieces of parchment. They're kind of rough. Like, they're not, they seem to be homemade almost or something, or
Can't go to-
recycled time
Can't go to
or
like
something.
Staples and
Yeah, no, none of
Where
that.
we
And
go.
she hands you a quill and an inkwell.
Okay.
She does bring you guys a couple of packages of wolf steak,
I'm
kind of
gonna-
bleeding through a little bit.
Write like a quick apology to Lady Lydia.
Yep. Lydia, she was not a Volokova. She's actually Lydia Petrovna.
Petrovna. Oh yeah, because you go by. You don't
Yeah.
take the name.
You don't
Gotcha.
have the family name.
So I'll write like a little apology, and I'll write some little like Azamar saying in there like,
All right.
may light shine upon you. I don't know.
Why don't you roll a persuasion check with advantage?
Guys, look at those cleanly organized dice.
It'd be a shame if something happened to all of
Yeah.
you guys.
I'm having a hard time not messing all of
15?
them up.
Okay, 15. Yeah, you write, what seems like a very warm, very sincere letter. You really put a lot of thought into it as you're writing it about, thinking about her character and how she would receive something like that. And you kind of appeal to her status, Okay?
And I'll give that to you.
Waylon will take the letter, kind of review it really quickly to make sure from what he knows, and be very impressed with what she's written. Kind of tuck it
Yeah,
away.
it looks good.
Yeah.
You're sort of nodding along with it. Fold it up.
Before we do that, I changed my mind. Hedge, perhaps you'd like to go with Ava and Driessa to the church.
Mm.
Or not. You can stay here.
Might be a little suspicious.
I'm fine. Here.
Right.
If you want to stay here, Hedge, I can make you something warm to eat.
Oh, yes, please, yes.
Right. She nods and excuses herself. Heads towards the back.
He just follows her.
All right.
Whether invited or not.
No, but they clearly have a warm relationship, and she's sort of like, all right, well, if you're going to get food, you're going to need to help me grab that pot. Like, you kind of hear her, as they go in the back, she's kind of directing
I
him.
like cooking.
Well, the sooner we let the Burgermeister know, the better. We can sit on the road then. No use putting it off until the last minute.
Agreed. Perhaps you can tell Bryce to bring Irina to a spot outside of the city quietly, and we'll meet you there as opposed to while we ride out, walk out, heads high. People will be looking that way.
It's a good idea.
I thought so. Thank you.
Do you plan on checking back here before we leave?
No.
Alright.
All right. We'll start with you two.
Oh wait, yes, because Hedge is here.
Yeah.
Okay. I won't.
I'm out of the adventure.
No big deal.
Roll a new character.
Okay.
Got rid of Jeff.
Hedge is one D4 days behind.
Okay. Actually, I'm going to start with you guys because the church is very close, and it's heading west. So you guys arrive at the church, and it's more populous than usual. And you see in the churchyard, you see Bryce standing there with a wooden sword. And he's got the little boy, and the other, Milovage is with him. And both of them look pretty attentive, and he's teaching them sword strokes. Like, he's sort of like, then he'll watch them and then correct their form, and he sees you all coming over. And he kind of excuses himself and walks over to you guys. I'm going to do my best Bryce voice, so you
Shouldn't be
can
hard.
judge me on it
I
later.
don't really had one.
Did we orchestrate a time that this is supposed to happen?
We did not say so, but I would think that the way we said it, it would be ASAP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think so too. And he's like, what can I do for you?
Hi, Bryce. I really missed you.
Oh, actually, yeah. He gives you a hug as you come up. He's like, what are you up to, little bird?
We need to gather Irina and take her to meet with the rest of the party outside of the city as soon as we can.
Heading to Krezk already?
We've met a companion who tells us that the Wizard of Wines, the wines are being poisoned, and I think that we need to get there as soon as possible.
That's all right. Well, where do you want to meet? Just outside the city walls, just out of view?
Mm-hmm.
I'll get her there. No problem. He kind of nods and says, is there anything else I can do for you?
Yes, and I'd give him a big hug.
Yeah.
Not knowing if this will be the last time.
He does the all hesitate and then
Little pat.
hug you back, yeah.
We didn't get to spend much time together, but we fought alongside each other.
That we did. You're a good fighter and capable.
You don't have to lie.
He's not lying.
Yeah.
Because of what you did with outside of the
Yep.
Burgomeister's house,
Yep.
where you ran out and fought that dead lieutenant, that was
Yeah.
a turning point
That
for
was
him.
pretty sweet, yeah. He's like, no, don't sell yourself short. You keep them all protected, all right? It's like,
Especially that one.
especially that one. And he kind of smiles at you again, and he does the little, like, ruffle your feathers thing. And then he's like, I'll go get Irina. Anything else you guys want to do before... You guys just going to head out the gate? Did you guys work out that little timing detail?
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
Oh, at the last game, I did ask Bryce if he would write me down some
Killing War
Killing
You
War
did.
stuff.
That's
yeah.
right, you did. And, man, I think he would follow up on that and be like, I took some time to do some copying down. I can give it to you now if you'd like, or I can have more prepared for when you return.
I'd like to have what you can give me now.
He nods, says, all right, we'll wait right here. And he goes inside, and you see, as the door opens, you see Father Lucian in there. He's talking to some people in a pew, and he kind of nods to Bryce. Bryce nods back, and Bryce disappears inside. A few minutes later, he comes back out with those, and he just says, "I've told Irina. I'll get her out. We'll think of something. We'll be quick."
See you soon.
He nods.
Well, we won't see him soon, will we?
Well, he's bringing Irina outside of the city.
All right, so we'll cut over to you guys now.
Also, that's kind of a nice thing to say because we probably won't.
You may see him again. Okay, so you guys arrive at the mansion, and it's that same servant outside. And she's just sort of like, weren't expecting you?
Afraid we have business with the Burgomeister, the Baron.
She nods, says, momentarily. Runs inside. Takes a little while, you're waiting outside, and outside you see more people coming with baskets filled with sticks and stuff, and you can see there's now this huge sphere that's about half crafted. You see 3 or 4 people, peasants working on it, people in like dingy clothes, and they're weaving the sticks together to basically make a big wicker ball. Maybe 10-foot diameter, so, pretty big. A little while later, the door opens and he comes out. He's in his red silks again, and he's like, "Gotta keep my jaw in the right position for his voice." "Caecilius, what can I do for you?" He would address you too. Sorry. He's like, "Caecilius, Lord Smallbrook, what can I do for you both?"
Had a few business matters to discuss. Perhaps we could do it not in the street, if you would.
Of course. Greta, wine, please. He motions for you to come inside. You come in and sit basically in the sitting room you were in first. Yeah. He motions for you all to sit down, and he plops down in a chair, crosses his legs, threads his fingers. He's like, "Have you news about Lady Vocta?"
Lady Vocta, no. But other things have come to our attention. I thought I would apprise you of what we thought we would do.
Do go on.
Well, first of all, came a visitor into the inn. Apparently he knows of the Wizard of Wines. Told a story about how a group of druids attacked the wines and plan on, one, stopping it, two, poisoning them.
He puts a fist on the arm of the chair, puts it to his chin.
That our plan was to go deal with this. We would be missing your festival, but getting non-poisoned wine and the wine flowing again seemed like your people would be happier in the long run.
He folds his arms and cocks an eyebrow. It's like, "Well, while I did intend to have you at the festival, it's not too late to make a change. But you've given me an idea. The festival next week, a festival of wines. As their Burgomeister, you understand that I must deliver on this festival. I have placed a great deal of trust in you both, your entire party, despite seeing any results. Very well. We shall miss you at the Festival of the Blazing Sun, but we will get by. We will especially get by if the wine is returned, and it was my order given to retrieve it."
I thought you might see it that way. And on another note, of my own humility, since it's on the way, I thought about what you said. Only a day ahead of us, we might be able to catch up with Irina, find her and keep her safe.
Roll the deception check.
Yep.
You good?
Not bad.
Let's see. That's an 18. I'll keep it.
He says, "Indeed, that may be for the best. Well, shall I have Isaac escort you some of the way?"
I think we'll be alright.
Take care of ourselves, Mr. Baron.
I believe you can.
And
I believe you
Lord
can.
Smallbrook had other matter.
What is it, Lord Smallbrook?
The ladies of our party would like to...
Of course, Julius and Eva.
Yes, they would like to offer their greatest regrets and send a note. Would you have any wax, perchance hot wax?
He says, "No need to seal. You're amongst friends here. I'll deliver this to Lydia. I can handle her."
I need you to roll.
Don't be mad.
I need you to roll for marriage.
Divorced failed.
Marriage check.
I am certain of it, and they hope to make up the date as soon as possible.
Says, "I'll see to it that she reschedules. Well, safe travels."
Thank you for
Thank
your
you for your
forbearance.
hospitality.
The West Road is not safe. Do be careful.
It's when we'll be on our way, then we need to be careful there.
He nods and stands up. Lydia, darling. Yeah. Yes? I have bad news, my dear. Oh, no.
No, keep going. I need you to keep going.
It sounds just like your house.
Yeah, exactly. And Greta, the servant, escorts you all back outside.
Question. Although I am not there, is Ivan, Isaac. I wanted to call him Aaron, so I.
Wow, that was a step up.
Is he around? Can we see him?
You don't see him.
Okay.
Nope. He's off, probably roughing somebody up.
Okay.
Maybe.
Or playing with dolls.
Playing with dolls. So you all meet back up at the inn?
Yep.
Okay. And you have eaten heartily.
Just food and
Actually, I want to have a moment. As you're eating, she sits down and she's like, Hedge, I know you've been at the winery. How's my old dad doing anyways?
What do I know?
Yeah, I mean, he's getting old, but...
I mean, was he alive when I left?
He was alive.
Okay.
And you know that her brother, whose name escapes me right now, has had a child with a wife, and they have taken over the master bedroom. Like, you know some general goings-ons.
Okay.
Good. Good.
Well, that's good. We're unharmed.
Well,
Now, did I see the Druids attack the winery?
It was kind of under siege for a couple of days.
So they were still inside the winery when I left?
They were still inside, and they put up a valiant defense.
Right.
But finally, they got overwhelmed and retreated.
Oh,
a
so they
couple
retreated.
did die, but none of her family.
Okay, so do I know where they retreated to?
Yes, they're basically in a little ruin, kind of up the road. It's off the Spalic Road, like you can't miss it. That's where they launched the counterattack that failed against Yesterhill.
Okay, yeah, on Yesterhill, right.
yes, they're well for now. We must hurry. We must go now.
Jesus, I suspect they'll be back in just a moment. I've got a good feeling about that group. They seem like true heroes, right and proper.
They are good. Oh, Stone, stop it! Yes, I know.
She kind of rubs her neck.
And I have something for you.
And he reaches in and he pulls out this looks like a twig with like a green, just kind of closed leaf, and he just kind of sits and concentrate and just blossoms into a flower. And he hands it to her.
She smiles like,
He
blushes and crafty like that.
He blushes and he just drinks some ale and just kind of.
She's got that black and silver hair kind of pulled back. She takes it and puts it in her hair on the side.
I'm thinking he has a crush on her,
Fair enough.
but she's married.
Yeah.
And you're old.
Scandalous.
Well, yeah,
And
but I'm wiry.
Okay.
old and insane. And she's just like, well, it sounds like that's them now. As everybody walks back into the inn
Yes, it is.
for timing's sake. And she says, how did the Baron take the news?
Well, as long as we're successful and the next week's festival concentrates on the wines, I think we won't have a problem.
That's expected. He wants results from what he sees now as his semi-hired henchmen.
I suppose that makes sense. It's only fair. Better than him throwing you in the stockade, which it could have gone that way as well.
I wish him the best of luck.
She kind of smiles.
A man of the Baron's stature will always see us as a resource. We have that going for us. The minute we stop producing, it's the minute he can rid us of the wall.
That's very astute. He is right. Don't forget it. If I might, madam, you won't be tricking any of those druids. They'll immediately think you're one of us. There won't be any talking your way out of it, I'm afraid. And besides, Trieste is too beautiful. They'd know she wasn't from here. Alright, well, you all should get going. Daylight's wasting.
Thank you, Danica. We'll return shortly.
I know you will.
Message for your family.
Not as such. You tell them they're welcome here.
Fair enough. He's not going to concentrate anymore on
They
it.
probably won't like that. No.
Well, the situation has changed. Maybe they will. Probably they won't.
Stubborn.
You need to speak up a little bit.
Alright.
Alright, you all head out. It's just where the mic is. You're getting blocked. Jeff's face. is
Well,
eating
face
down.
and mass.
All right, so you all reach the west gate. There's 2 guards standing there, and they're just like,
And Caecilius is just, I'm sorry, Hedge is just hiding
am.
behind, well, you have your horse.
Yeah, dude.
"Oh yeah, you go get your horse. He's
yeah.
mounted on that thing. Where do you have your horse?
You have it.
I think it should be in there.
Is it in the player characters thing?
Positive.
Can I roll animal handling to get on his horse without him knowing it?
I don't know. Oh, you know what? You have your stone speaker. Oh yeah, you have spoken to your horse right now. There you go. Yeah, you try, and the horse to you is like, "Get that man off of me."
Reach back and slide him off the rear.
He just tumbled to the road.
All right, you all get to the west gate. There's 2 guards there. One of them's just like, "You might not want to be heading out west. It's a bit dangerous. Looks like a storm coming in."
Let me ask you something, God. Do we not look a bit dangerous?
He kind of shifts on his feet, and moves the spear, and looks at the other one. He's like, "Well, I suppose that's a fair question." "All right, well, don't say I didn't warn you." The doors. And before you is the extension of the Sphalic Road, upon which ye have not trodden.
He said he thinks there's bad weather coming.
Yes.
So good. I'm going to do Druid Craft to predict weather within the next 24 hours.
Big rainstorm coming.
Okay. Alright.
Ooh, we're going to get wet. Lots of rain.
You won't melt, will you?
Oh no, I like the rain.
Alrighty then.
All right.
Moving.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Follow me!
armor.
And he just runs ahead of them.
All right. And he's doing the kind of awkward,
The awkward
biking
old
run
man
too.
run.
Yeah, you guys just like,
Can we get a leash for him?
Birds don't care about the rain, like our feathers don't get wet.
Well, we're all
guess you kind of ruffle the feathers. What were you asking, Teresa?
Oh, I said I'm gonna throw mage armor.
Okay, yeah.
So my intent is to try to guide them off the road into paths that I know are not normally traveled
Okay.
to try to
I
keep
think
them
that's
as safe
fair.
as I can.
You'll want to do that after you get Irina, but
Oh, right, yeah.
but after that,
Well,
it's just gonna be
he
just
probably
fine.
missed that part.
Yeah.
He'll have to rein
Yeah,
it in.
he starts going into the woods, and you guys are like, what? What do you
I'll
do?
just keep like messaging him, like, come back,
Come on, man.
Hedge. Come back, please.
Does anybody have rope?
He'll just shape change out of it.
A couple of seconds later, you hear, psst, and you look, and you see Bryce is still an old ranger. He's just like covered in some branches. Kind of steps out, and he's like, "Finally heading out, huh?" It's like, "It's safe." You see Irina come up. She's wearing a white, like, cloak that she didn't have before, but it's under her armor. She still has her shining, like, plate mail on, but she's got, like, the white hood now pulled up, kind of hiding her face a little bit.
like come to here.
Yeah, exactly. And she's like, "All right, I'm ready. Bryce said you were going to the Wizard of Wines first." It's like, "All right."
Hedge will like move up behind Teresa quietly.
Who's that?
That's Irina.
No, the bigger one. I don't like the looks of him.
Don't worry, we probably won't see him for a very
Oh,
long
good.
time.
Bryce kind of stands at you. He's got his huge pike, and he's like, "All right then." Yep. Shoulder
Pretty
the
much.
pike,
Yeah,
starts walking
I think
away.
Caecilius is just gonna like.
Yep.
Yep. Cool.
I give him a hug again.
Oh yeah. He tries to do the cool walk, and you're like, gives you the side pat hug.
Little kiss on the head.
Yep. And you all set off into the Sphalic Woods. Let's get the map, which is great for everyone back home. The printed map. You guys know where that map is?
I know where it is,
Yeah, check your
Up here.
butt.
And around the corner, actually.
What?
The important turn.
Guys, not in front of my friends.
You're embarrassing me.
You guys are really embarrassing me right now. Alright, so you head out of Valaki and travel for some time. Hedge, you know that there is the Luna River coming up ahead. And unfortunately, the only crossing without going far south to Brez is the bridge right there.
Okay. Well, I would probably wait till we cross the bridge and then try to guide them off the path.
Got it. So you reach the bridge, and then you know that there's a crossroads coming up ahead. And so I think you kind of head off the road, but you run roughly parallel to it, and then kind of come back on at all the major points. Go ahead and make a survival check. I'd love for you guys to get lost in the woods. It'd be awesome.
10.
Okay. You occasionally have to be like, wait, okay. Road
I
is...
probably doesn't get out here much.
Yeah.
On this side of the river.
Right. This is a bit far for you.
I'm just thinking getting sidetracked. like being like, what was that snake? Where did that snake go?
I wanted to talk to him.
The snake I talked to. So you guys have a couple minutes traipsing through trees. You know, there's just the same old, like, tall, broad trunks, but they're closer together than you'd expect for being such big trees. You know, normally it's dense underbrush, and then kind of once the big trees come in, there you get some space. These are awkwardly spaced, fairly close to each other. You can start from the canopy to feel a light drizzle. You guys have a couple of minutes if you want to say anything amongst yourselves.
We haven't crossed the bridge
You
yet.
have not crossed the bridge.
Okay. I probably would try to, like, as they're taking a breather, I might go off by myself for a second and cast Animal Friendship.
Okay.
Or speak with animals, sorry. Speak with animals, right? Actually, this would make sure I got it. Nope, I took Animal Friendship. Never mind. Oh, I did take Speak with Animals. There it is. It's a ritual. So, if we have 10 minutes.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, you've got time.
And I'll just, basically what I'm just trying to do is talk to, like, a squirrel or two or something, and just see if there's any wolves about, or anything.
Yeah, you find actually a badger.
Okay.
Find a badger kind of waddling, like you see some bushes, kind of pokes its head out, it's sniffing, and it kind of looks up at you like it...
I get down on all fours.
Yeah, alright. It looks a little nervous.
Hello!
It kind of pokes its head up, it's like, hello?
Have you seen any of the wolves about?
It says, all the time.
Near here.
Some of them turned him in.
What do you say?
Some of them turned him in.
Oh, wow, okay.
Where any of those around here?
He says, not this far, but that way.
West.
Northwest.
Northwest,
Yep.
okay.
Oh, okay. We're not going that way.
Says, wolves, not now. Men.
Near?
I think so.
I turned a lot of... I gotta go! I have to go!
And he gets up and he actually just scampers back on all fours back to them. Because he forgot to get back on one of his feet.
You all see Hedge come running out of the woods on all fours.
I think he would be, Caecilius would be smoking a pipe and watching it. Just, stone-faced.
What?
Men! Near here.
Hedge,
What?
stand up. Stand up and talk.
No! Men not near here! Bad men, I assume.
Actually, that would be all Caecilius needs. He would
Stay here!
unleash the shield.
I will find them.
I'll ship change into a raven.
Okay.
A normal size one.
Yeah, you shape change into a raven. Ava, it's the first time you've seen that
She
happening.
gets all bitter.
Ava's pissed, but go ahead. Do
I
you?
yeah, this will be cool.
And
Alright, you fly up and you see the bridge up ahead. Make a perception check using the raven stats.
yeah, we.
Okay.
You need dice?
No, the DMG.
Oh.
Do you mind if I just use that to
No,
look at
no,
the
no.
animals?
Oh, you can use mine. Or
No, that's
There you go.
players.
It's probably
Let's get a raven.
It's probably in both.
Yeah.
The raven's probably.
Yeah, for now, just roll 2 dice
Okay,
for me.
yeah.
Let's see if it really matters.
Good.
It's probably a 5 or a 6 or
Roll a
something.
13.
Okay, you fly up pretty high. The mists make it such that it is fairly hard to see for any
I'll fly
appreciable
low.
distance. But as you fly towards the bridge up ahead, you do see someone. You see someone in like a green robe that's covered in moss. And they're kind of standing, and at first you don't notice them, but they turn and you notice the movement. And they're just kind of standing in the woods. And you see them reach down and whisper something, and you see some weird, like, stick-like creature kind of meander off back into the woods.
Huh. Do I recognize this individual?
Nope, you do not.
Okay. Have I seen that little stick figure?
Make a nature check for me. I'll give you advantage on this. This is their MO.
11.
You're not sure, but I mean, whatever it is definitely unnatural.
Okay. Alright, I will fly back.
Okay, cool. You all see this raven come flying back.
Yeah, Kaisilis is still at the ready.
Alright, well, he'll land and I'll have to turn back.
Yep.
Yes. I saw one man. He had like moss over him. It's hard to see him.
Was he on the other side of the bridge?
Yeah, he was on the other side of the bridge. Just on the other side.
Watching the bridge.
Sentry of some.
Yes, I've never seen him before. Looked. Did not look happy.
Did he have any weapons on him?
I noticed any.
Didn't see. I mean, he had
Oh,
flowing cloak.
And he talked to a small tree that ran off.
Small tree that ran off.
Small
So
tree.
you could ask for a larger tree,
Yes.
eventually? Oh, good.
I don't know.
Oh, good. Well, I guess one thing we can do is press on and be at the ready. One man shouldn't pose too much of a threat to us.
Could be more. I did not see them though. Be careful.
Is there any other way to cross besides the bridge?
Swim.
That's not going to happen.
Why?
Full plate mail's not going to
Take it off.
graceful swim.
How deep is this stream?
Luna River flows pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty deep.
I'm not gonna be
A
able
horse
to
could
swim.
not cross it?
Horse would have trouble, but
Okay.
could. Horse in barding and with plate mail on top of it. I would love to see you roll those.
There's no way I could swim.
Yeah, it'd be an athletics check.
Birds can play in the water.
I will say this: it's constantly rainy here,
Yeah.
which means the river is constantly swollen.
Yeah.
I don't think we should swim.
Just cross the bridge.
Bridge is the only way then.
Also, I don't think I know how to swim.
Athletics is what everyone's default swim skill is.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have
We
never been
both,
taught
like,
it.
yeah.
You would have never.
Right,
been
you're not
taught it.
proficient at it, so it's just
Yeah.
gonna be your strength.
Right.
But as characters, like, we would just hold on to each other and
I think we're gonna have to try and cross the bridge.
You said there were 2 men, 1 man, and 1 tree.
One man and small. Not that big. Very small. Never seen anything like it. It's very unnatural.
This whole place is unnatural.
That's a good point.
I say Wayland and I go up front. You guys following behind, and I'm sure Hedge can turn into a bear.
Don't like bears.
Maybe a wolf.
Don't like wolves either.
Okay, great. So Wayland and I are up front.
All right, you all take the lead. Your
So
horse.
not a moon druid. Check.
All right, you all. Not long after, you go through another bend, go around another bend, and there before you is a big stone bridge. And below you, you do see and hear the river, and it's pretty far down. Like, this is kind of cut into the land, maybe a good 50-foot drop down below.
How wide is the bridge?
It's probably about 80 feet, the total bridge, to cover the entire ravine. It kind of, is somewhat V-shaped. The river itself is probably only about 40 feet wide.
Gotcha.
Not massive. I mean, really a big creek,
So
I guess.
how many people wide could the bridge fit by?
You mean width-wise?
Yeah, width-wise,
Okay.
yeah.
Width-wise, the two of you can easily walk side by side. It's wide enough to accommodate a wagon. I mean, it's probably,
makes sense.
I don't know, let's call it 12 feet.
Okay. Got it.
I just don't want to knock anybody over if I have to take a horse across the bridge.
That could potentially be bad.
Osprey, could be danger ahead.
He holds his head high and, seems at the ready. All right, you guys crossing?
Yeah.
All right, let's have the two of you up front roll perception. Everyone behind, perception with disadvantage.
Oh, I must have my dice.
I got a 9.
Yeah, it's 7.
Cool.
16 plus 3,
12.
19.
I got a
Alright.
3
I'm
base,
also
so not
looking for
good.
Osprey too, because
That's reasonable. Yeah, go ahead.
Osprey.
Osprey doesn't know. He's too busy. You immediately see movement in, like, across the bridge on one of the trees once they reach about the halfway point.
Movement. I see movement.
Gotta call out which side. Like, looking.
She points and points it out, and you see a figure kind of like sitting there gnarled with this green mossy like moss hanging down the side. Its face is barely visible by long, stringy, greasy black hair, and it sees you all notice it, and it turns to run. So why don't we roll initiative?
Why?
That makes the most
Do you
sense.
have a giant eagle figure over there somewhere?
You
don't have.
Pop probably somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't personally own any.
I can bring one in next time.
Actually, I can just do the griffin that you have down there.
Cool. That would work.
Damn.
Ugh.
That's.
I got
Alright.
a 0 on initiative.
Fantastic. Okay, we're gonna go around the horn. Here we go. Driessa, where you at?
19.
19. Ava,
15.
15. Caecilius is 0. Hedge,
5.
5. Wayland.
7.
Okay, and is your horse acting before or after you?
Probably before.
Okay. Okay. Let's just try this thing out. You know, why not? Let's just have a look at how this looks. Here we go. Do this quick. So I said the bridge was about 12 feet wide. We'll round up to 15. So this is the end of the bridge that you guys are on. I think I said it spanned... How much, did I say 80 feet?
Well,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So the river was 40, but it went.
Alright, well, it's gonna now be 60 feet because that's how far I can reach.
Your T-Rex arms.
Also, I just made it wider at one end. There we go. That's the stone barrier. That's extra wide on this side.
Why do I feel like we're all gonna fall?
Oh, you should be fine. You should be fine.
If only I could fly.
Road goes on that way. Thank you.
You just want it straight.
Straight ahead. Straight on. And you see this figure off to the side. There's a tree line. Once you get 5 feet off the road, it's trees, so it'll be difficult going. Okay. And Driessa, let's see. We said you guys were like this.
Yeah.
Alright, so we saw this dude run away.
There we go.
So he ran off to the side of the woods. He
In
didn't
there,
run
right there.
down the road. Yeah.
He did not. He hasn't run yet. He turned like he was
he
gonna
turned
run.
like he's gonna run.
He's turned into the woods like he's gonna run away from you guys.
Never mind.
Alright, my turn.
Your turn. Oh, this is weird. You going first?
I know. I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay.
If something makes an attack on anyone in the party, I'm going to cast Mind Spike on them.
Got it. Okay, Ava, what about you?
I'm gonna have everyone get blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Who do you bless? I obviously not Driessa, so
Everyone except for Drias.
What kind of weapon do you have
A quarterstaff.
that you're not hitting anyone with? All right, so I will bless Teresa
Well,
and not you.
yeah. I mean, you won't know what I'm about. Yeah.
okay, who are you blessing?
Teresa and these two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not yourself. Okay. With that, the enemy bolts into the woods.
Okay.
Cool.
Bye.
Wait, that's both.
Okay, can you just remove that thing off the board for me there, Driessa? Disappears into the woods. Wayland, it is your turn.
It was here initially, but
He disappeared into the woods. So I'll move Osprey up to see if I can. I'm not going to enter the woods. I'm going to see if I can see anything from the
Okay.
edge of the woods.
Go ahead and move up, and as an action, I'll let you spot.
Alright.
Cool. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
It's much better than 15.
Alright. You catch a glimpse of the figure, like ducking and weaving behind a tree, and then you hear scratching, like, and you look down, and climbing down the trunks of the trees are these stick-looking humanoid figures, maybe 2.5 feet tall, and they're climbing upside down, and they've got these little heads, no eyes. But you see a number of them starting to kind of appear.
Oh, good. That's what I wanted.
Okay.
Are they wearing metal?
No. Heads, you are up.
Alright. As an action, I turn into a giant raven.
Okay, cool.
What's this?
Yeah, that works.
And I've still got movement. I can move 80 feet.
Pretty sweet.
So,
I'm just flying in through the trees. I'm looking for that figure.
Looking for the
that's right.
druid? Alright, you clearly saw the way it went. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a perception check?
You've never seen anyone turn into
Yeah.
another animal before, have you?
no, and he doesn't know that there's a giant eagle behind him now because he's up there.
Giant raven.
Pop him
Oh, I'm pretty sure I
Right here.
flew not too far from
Right
you.
there.
Well, now
And
he
he
knows.
spotted the druid.
But he didn't
Put the
see you
druid next to
change.
him.
Like all he sees
Druby.
Yep, on the far side. And that's where you've seen it. That is all difficult going for anyone who's on foot, but you definitely spotted that druid. So on your turn, you kind of wheeled around a little bit and then spotted it.
And I'm just cawing loudly.
Yeah, and I think you had a lot of movement, so go ahead and put him adjacent.
is. I
Wait, who adjacent?
Me adjacent to him.
probably
Like
call
that?
out that there are enemies.
Oh yeah, what do you say?
The trees seem to be moving. Small tree people. Too many for one man.
Go!
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good. Wait, I gotta go, right?
Oh yeah, you're at the very end. Sorry. See, I only skipped the last person. It's just that it's always you.
I'm not sure that made it better.
It got me out of the hot plate, out of the hot seat.
Alright, for now, knowing that it would be tougher to go in the trees, he's going to hold an action for if one of these comes out, he's going to attack if he gets it.
Got it. And Triessa, you're up.
Hey, if I held an action, but it's my turn again, that action's never.
It's gone.
It's gone for
Yeah.
life.
Forever, ever.
And I have not seen it. I can't see these dudes yet.
You heard him shout about him though?
Okay. So I am going to. I will run up. Actually, how far do I need to go up to see them?
Start moving up. Okay, you can see them there, but they are going to have heavy cover.
Doesn't matter because I ignore it.
True. Yeah, spell sniper.
Should just wait for you to say it.
Awesome, I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Lured me into that trap.
Cool.
Got
Alright, so I'm going to make a ranged spell attack against this one.
Cool.
You're blessed.
And I'm blessed, so I get to roll an extra to add to my ranged attack.
So nice of her.
Isn't it weird to do that?
Nothing.
Like you've never done it for 20 levels.
15 plus.
Hit.
Okay. So that is going to be 1d8 cold damage. D8? Yes. Right? Yes. And its speed is reduced by 10 feet. Cool.
You blast it, and two of its limbs just kind of blast off it. It hits the ground with now just two other limbs, and it reorients itself with two limbs.
Oh, and
Wonderful.
I'd only move 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stay there.
Okay. Ava.
Cool. I'm gonna move up a little as well. Probably up here with Triessa. Or I can see it too.
You can. They're obscured.
Obscured.
Tree trunks and the wooden sides of the
That's
bridge.
not gonna make a difference with a save though.
No, would
You
not.
just have to see them. Yeah.
Okay, so can he make me a wisdom save?
The one who's already damaged?
Mm-hmm.
Pass.
How is he smart? How is he
He's not
wise?
smart, he's just experienced.
He dodged it.
He's a tree person.
Or just somehow just couldn't, like the vibration frequency of it just couldn't affect him because he's a tree.
He's a
We're not playing Star Trek.
Sorry, guys.
All
It's
right.
not effective.
I need, sir, you to make me a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, I think you got it.
What? That's right. You're an eagle now.
Yeah.
You're not-
Quite a bit stronger in full range. I'm using the Eagle's Raven.
The thing in front of you is just like, and raises a hand, and you see vines start to appear out of the sides of the trees.
You don't do that to a
And they
druid.
try to wrap you up, and your wings get caught for a second, and you struggle with it and kind of break free, still hovering
Did
in the air.
the stick person or that guy?
That
did it?
guy did.
Okay.
Wayland, you said your horse is going first?
Yes.
Okay, and your horse is a controlled mount, so it doesn't get to attack.
Yeah.
It can do the 3Ds, dodge, disengage, dash.
That's alright.
And duck.
And 4Ds, 3Ds.
So they didn't come any closer to us, did they?
Nope, they have not moved yet.
Are they making active hostilities?
They are fixing to move closer
Okay,
to you, it looks
cool.
like. They're still like climbing down the tree trunks.
Alright, well, I'll move in and start chopping them up.
Alright,
So,
go ahead.
onward! We'll move in right there.
Alright, which one do you attack?
I'm gonna attack the one to my left.
Okay, got it. Take your sword, swing down.
You're blessed.
I am blessed.
Get a D4.
Hashtag blessed.
That's right. Good thing I have that D4 of +1. So 9 plus 6, that'll be a 15.
That is in fact a hit, sir.
A blessing. 1d8 plus 6.
Blessing.
Good. 7 damage.
How do you chop this little wood?
It just splinters everywhere. This dude's gone.
I mean, yeah, you just swing and just wood chips fly out all over the place. Hedge.
I'm going to beak and talon him.
Awesome.
Do it.
So,
Sounds like
beak.
Welcome to the Beacon Tower.
11.
That's the name of the
11
next
is not a hit.
tavern.
Oh, he's not blessing. Sorry.
No. And a 15.
That is a hit. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That's actually not a hit.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. As you get closer and try to swipe at him, the last one was your talon.
Yeah.
Your talons hit him and feel like you're gonna connect, and it feels like wood. You like try to pierce it, and he kind of shrugs you off. And as you look, you can kind of see the skin, and you do see that it looks like bark of a tree.
It's rough.
Caecilius, bringing up the rear.
Come on, man.
Oh wait, they never went. Whatever.
Oh, I thought they kept.
That's why I asked
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, they're gonna go now. There you go. You got your.
That was my opportunity then.
Yep. Sorry about that.
Let's see.
Yes.
What'd you get?
7 plus, that's a 12.
No, that's not a hit. You go to swing, and I mean, they're just low, and they're faster than you think. So you almost graze it. Like, in fact, you carve a piece off where you can see the white wood underneath the bark. But it kind of ducks, and it just keeps crawling towards you. It's looking up at you at the head, but it has no eyes, mouth, ears.
It's just like this blank wood face.
Yeah, exactly. Two start climbing on you, Caecilius, to attack. And what is your armor class again, my dude?
20, my dude.
Yep, that is definitely not a hit. They start like scampering up, and you just kind of bash one off. It kind of skitters off to the ground, and the other one like comes up and it tries to dig a hand into your armor, but it just can't find a spot. You're just kind of looking down at it. These two climb up your horse to attack you.
Yeah, right.
Same deal. In fact, Osprey kind of rears back, neighs. That's the one neigh you're going to get out of me. One of them flies off on the ground, and the other one, you kind of bring your shield around and kind of scrape it off you back to the ground. Triessa, we're back at the top of the round.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast one of the ones that's on Caecilius.
Cool.
I'm gonna bless. Still right?
So you roll a d4.
Oof, cannot read that. Is that
That's
a
a
1?
one.
Is that a nasty old 1?
What do I add to it? My plus
Doesn't
what?
matter. One's
You ain't
anonymous.
gonna get it.
But side note, what would I add again?
D4.
No,
you
not
would
that.
add your-
For my
Your spell attack.
your
what's my
spell
spell?
attack?
Where do I find that again?
It's +5 for you right now.
Where is that on?
If you
here?
roll, if you scroll up
It says plus.
Okay, cool.
on the
okay.
right, it should.
But
tell
I'm
you.
gonna go and spin one of these,
Okay.
and not use my white one.
On a Twiggy boy? Alright. Spin an inspo on a Twiggy boy. Burn them up. Ugh.
Well, roll your d4.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well, 2 plus 5
Nah,
plus...
she can't hit. She can't.
Wait.
Ava,
Sorry.
You didn't even let me say wait.
don't burn your abilities on a Twiggy boy.
This is Caecilius, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm
Also,
gonna...
I'm gonna give this to Hedge real quick. Sorry.
All right.
That's turned into a raven and flying in there.
I'm gonna take
I didn't
a
say I
deep
couldn't get to go up in melee. I just couldn't do a bear. I just couldn't do a bear.
No bears.
breath. Okay. I am making a melee spell attack.
Okay.
I
No,
didn't,
you're not.
Oh my
I didn't
gosh,
do
you
it.
guys are rolling really, really high. Okay, these two climb up you again, climb up your horse, and they're pretty quick. And as they're coming, they're turning their hands into like spears and trying to like find spots
You
to
better
kind
not
of
touch my horse.
poke at you. They are coming for you. They're leaving the horse alone. You've got one hit on you, my man, and I believe that will be really painful. 5 points of damage. You're sort of like you're brushing one off, kind of squirming to get the other one, and it finds a spot. You feel wood find the spot in your neck where the armor is not protected, and it pushes in. Like it just like stabs a couple inches into your neck. Caecilius, this one kind of loops around the corner there to attack you. And finds no purchase. Lydia, roll me a d4. Low, high. Attacks Caecilius again. And also misses.
Shiny,
You push one down to the ground with your foot, and it's kind of squirming, trying to get
just
you.
take my shield and like scrape.
Yeah, you're just kind of scraping as they try to climb up you and stabby. Okay, over to you, Mr. Jeff.
Mr. Jeff.
I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Cool. Might as well get rid of it.
Oh yeah, burn it. Yeah, burn it.
Cool.
Okay. You all hear from the trees a loud crack of thunder. You take 7 points of damage, and you're flung back 7 feet. You kind of smash into a tree as part of the damage, and it starts running again. It takes off running 30 feet that way.
Does it draw?
So through the
It
dice
pushed you
force?
back first.
Oh, what
the
is
spell
it?
pushes
Oh,
you back
Thunderwave.
10 feet.
Oh, yeah.
He thunder waved you. Wayland, he goes into the dice forest.
Alright, I don't think I can reach him.
Not in the dice forest.
Not in the dice forest.
You also don't really see it.
Yeah,
You heard that
The
loud
trees
thunder
were thick,
wave.
right?
Yeah, the trees are pretty thick.
That's-
You'd have to
that's
try
right,
to
it's not
spot
an
him.
Actual forest. Alright, so I'm just gonna go for the dude that's apparently still on me and trying to hurt me. So, take a long sword to him and scrape him like butter.
You're blessed.
I am blessed. Oh.
Man, you guys are rolling like
Poo-poo?
absolute garbage.
What's 12 get me?
Not a hit.
Let me rub them on your arm.
Woo! Getting some armpit juice to give it some luck. Cool. Crafting
There
a
we
thing in your hedge.
Alright, well. See, how far away is 5, 10, 15, 20?
30 feet.
30? Okay. So I'm going to move 30.
Yep.
I'm going to try to grapple him.
Okay, I love it.
Talons.
Let's do it. You come down, try to grapple him. Opposed. He can roll acrobatics, right?
Or, yeah.
Or don't you make an attack to hit, and then if you hit, it's a roll? That's Tavern Brawler I always get confused with.
13.
Okay. Yeah, you grabbed him.
Alright.
He's just running. Your talons kind of
So,
snatch him.
I'm going to bite him, and then I'm going to move him.
Works for me. Give him a bite.
Nope. But I will move him 50 feet that way.
And your movement drops to half
Oh,
when you're
so-
grappled with someone. So
so-
you've got...
I'll move him 25 feet
Yeah, yep.
back towards the group.
Do I count like one?
Don't worry about it. You don't have to be that precise.
And I'm like, go!
Yeah, it's front to front. Racket. All right.
And I'm going to lift him off the ground.
Oh, yeah. He's dragging feet kind of on the... But, I mean, he's
Dragon feet?
Dragon
dragon
face.
feet.
That's pretty dope.
That is really cool. Caecilius, you're up.
Alright, so just for clarity, this one is here, not here?
Correct.
Okay. So it's a little bit tougher to get an angle on.
You know
I'm gonna-
I like the jams.
I'm gonna draw an opportunity attack and move right here.
Okay.
from just one of them.
Which gets you.
Of course. Cool.
For 5
Nice damage.
Alright, and then I'm
You scrape him off, and you're like, I got this. And you feel a sharp pain in your foot. And you look down, and he had found a chink, like, its face kind of cocks at you, as it was a sharp, like, stick.
Yep. As I drag him over then, and they both get in line, I'm going to rear back and do just dragon breath
Nice.
and try to burn them both. So
Roll damage before I make any saving throws
It
here.
may not matter.
Yeah.
Well, they might be vulnerable to fire.
Better wood.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
But it's also damn.
Woo!
yeah, that's
11?
11.
Oh, yeah. They both just... And you see one, like, its head is kind of moving aside, and as the wood kind of curls up, and they devolve into little mini campfires. Ava, you feel the heat from it, kind of shield yourself, and then look down and see those 2 charred little creatures there.
So that's 10, so I can move 2. That's 10 feet.
Correct. Yep, you are good right there.
That way.
Okay, Driessa.
I can see these 2
That's right.
from here.
Yep, you can
Okay. Alright, I'm going to Eldritch Blast this one.
see. Alright.
I guess. Let's see.
Oh my god!
5 plus 5 is 10.
Did you roll
It's a
one?
miss. She has rolled a 1. She rolled a 1, then spent an inspiration to roll a 2.
But
Now
that was-
rolled a 1.
But you ought to miss with ones anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's no addition to a 1.
Maybe the armpit juice actually hurt.
I don't know.
I can probably, No, you don't want that.
Alright, Ava, you're up.
I'm putting mine under my armpit now.
You do have armpit.
I'm putting mine under my armpits.
So 5 plus 10. I can get there.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool.
Don't forget that it's double movement there, but you're fine. Yep.
Wait, are you
Fine.
still under?
Juicy.
You dropped a 1.
Alright.
Creamy.
I am again making a melee spell attack.
Okay.
Oh,
Yay!
Double
I love how we're now celebrating hits.
yeah.
Your dice have been
So
so bad.
crits, but
Yeah.
now we're just happy to hit. Oh!
How does this little wood boy die?
Oh, I do like a woodpecker.
Shred him into little bits. Acid
You
dripping
mulch him.
should be. It's smoking. All right.
So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Get him out. Get him out.
it looks like before Steven thinks he's still got more people to kill.
No, I'm pretty good. Okay. This guy takes his staff as you're kind of hanging him, kind of holds onto it and tries to jab at the.
No, sword.
Yep. What's your armor class in bird form?
13.
That is not a hit. Ow. Druids. Oh no, it is a hit. I'm sorry. I needed to read further. He cast Shillelagh on it.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Yeah,
poke.
that Joe Shelley is pretty nasty.
Shillelagh's pretty good. Woo, boy! You will take 6 points of damage.
6? Okay.
Yep. But you've still got him grappled.
Still in bird form, though.
Still in bird
I
form.
have 13 left.
Wayland.
Right. Do I see heads yet?
You hear flapping and kind of catch a glimpse of it.
Okay.
I was going.
Yeah, he was cawing. So yeah, you hear the cawing.
You don't see me, but yeah.
I'll attempt to head towards hedge then.
Okay. So is this Horsey's turn?
Yeah, it's horsey.
Okay. So horse is moving at
So
half
does
speed.
Does it go toes?
Yeah.
So
Toes.
10, 20, 30.
40.
Okay, and it makes an attack of opportunity against your horse. You can choose to take it for the horse.
I will just take the horse.
Okay.
That's nice of you.
And it gets you. I can roll dice, evidently.
We
You
got
guys cannot.
max damage. Aw.
3 points of damage. As you start to ride, it scampers up a bark of a tree and over a branch, and as you go, it like sticks its little needle arm down, hits your shoulder. But yeah, you come out and you see Hedge. He's now flying through the trees, and he's got this creature sort of grasped by the talons, who's trying to stick him with his staff.
Can I take a swing at him?
You sure can.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take a
He's
swing.
low enough.
Alright. Still filming now.
You're blessed.
I am blessed. Alright. Plus 6, so
21.
21.
Oh, did you finally get a hit on this guy? Yes, that is a hit.
Alright. Good. So 7 damage.
Cool. Wait. 7? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
On a 1?
He's
Oh, because you
Duelist.
ASI'd up your strength
Yeah.
and duelist.
Yeah.
Man, I always forget.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you see him and he's just kind of eyes go wide and you ride in and just slash across him with your sword. Hedge.
All right, I'm gonna move him around like this.
Perfect.
And I'm gonna attack him.
Yep.
That should hit.
That's a hit.
How's it feel?
Great. 7 damage.
Okay.
And then the talons.
Oh yeah.
Also a hit.
Squeezing him out.
For 14 more.
How do you kill him?
Just tears them apart with the
Oh, man.
talons.
Yeah, you see Hedge, and now he doesn't look like this goofy, crazy old wizard. He's this beautiful raven flying with it in his, and just pecks it, and claws start rending, and you just see blood and like mossy cloak.
Caecilius would start laughing. He'd be like,
A little disappointed. He wanted to talk to that dude.
I wanted to talk to him too, but it was.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, that's really
I
Is that the
victory
one
music.
combat?
Yep.
You
are
saw
we
my.
saying we just kill this little twig
Yeah,
thing?
just killed these little twig boys. He's nothing. He's nothing.
long. Oh, okay.
I'll
Alright,
try
well-
to accidentally back up and step on him.
You kill a little twig boy, and yeah, it just hits the ground. It's this pallid, like gray skin. I mean, was once a man. Like indecipherable how old it is. Clothes are made of animal skins and just covered in moss and vines and that have partially rotted. In some cases, it looks like a vine goes into the skin and has taken roots on the inside of the garment.
Nasty.
Gnarly.
Alright, well, Hedge just lands, looks around.
Hedge.
Yeah!
Is speak with
Yeah, you
animal
got this in
stone.
the stone
Oh.
speaker. Right?
Oh,
So-
nice.
Is this one of the druids you were talking about?
Yes.
So this is what we have to look for.
Yes.
Hedge trying to poison the wine. Alright.
I don't think Hedge has his Hedge voice
No, I don't think so either.
In Raven form.
in Raven form.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Alright, well, do you know how many are there in their order, by any chance?
A lot. You're not sure what number. Could be more than 50.
Oh.
And there's, Hedge knows that there are other peoples that live here, not just the Valakians. There's like mountain men, like wild folk. There's more than just the civilized people in the towns and cities.
Dozens and dozens.
Dozens and dozens. As strong as this one?
Some stronger.
Good. Alright, well, we'll have to be prepared then. Those twig people could easily have overwhelmed us if we had had more. Is everybody alright?
I imagine everything else before everybody alright is in animal.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
speaking to the raven.
Or maybe still ask us if we're alright in
Yeah.
Raven. But don't know what you're saying.
Yes. Is everyone okay?
I'm fine, except I think my orb's broken.
I cannot fix that. Hedge said this was one of the druids that was poisoning the wine. So we should be on the lookout for more of
How
it.
far away is it?
Still a couple hours probably,
Okay.
especially in the rain, trudging through the rain.
Alright, well, I'll stay in this form for now.
Okay, yeah.
I've got 13 hit points left.
How long does it last? 2 hours?
Well, normally it's my druid level in hours.
Oh, right.
The amulet gives me 4 more levels just for ravens, so it's 8 hours.
Cool. Yep, makes total sense to me. Okay, you all get back on the road for just a short while. It's starting to get muddy. The rain is starting to pick up now. It's coming down a little bit worse.
I'm gonna put my helmet on to block out the rain.
Oh yeah. I mean, you haven't seen it yet, right? You probably rummages it out of her pack. She's got this.
Neither is Waylon.
That's true. Waylon, you haven't either. She puts this dread, like black metal helmet that's got like a nose guard, and it's got these antlers.
Crazy antlers.
Yeah, and when she puts it on, like she kind of regards everything just a little bit slower.
Her eyes turn blue.
Her eyes
Yeah.
turn blue when she wears it.
Good.
Go, go, go!
Can we take a quick break real fast?
Let me read the next
That's
one.
fine. That's good.
Alright. The road comes to an X intersection not far after the bridge. There's branches that head northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast. And you all, basically in all directions, you all are coming from the northeast. This is this crossroads right here for the folks at home. They're really enjoying that view. Maybe I'll make an updated map graphic. So you were right here. The lower half of a snapped wooden signpost thrusts upward at an angle near the eastern elbow of the intersection. The top half of the sign features arms pointing in all four directions and lies in the weeds nearby. Without any effort, you all pick it back up and can clearly take a look at it. You can easily figure out that to the northwest, so up here is Krezg.
Mm-hmm.
You see to the northeast is Valaki. To the southeast, you see Berez. And on this path here, you see Arginvostolt and the Wizard of Wines.
Ooh, both in the same direction. That's good.
And with that, we will take a quick break. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Just a short break. We'll be right back, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
If I don't find sleep from back here, visions blurred. Everyone becomes a world, doesn't spend the palest light.
Everybody, we're back. Thank you for sticking it out through the break. So you all are at the crossroads, the Luna River crossroads. And you said you wanted to do something?
Yeah, how far up did we walk, though?
Not far. It was another 100 feet.
Yeah, I want to walk back.
Ooh, I know what's coming. Yeah, do it. Do it. Do it.
Okay, we all walk back. And I'm going to try to speak with the dead.
All right. You all see this just mangled druid body on the ground. Just covered in blood and talon wounds, gray, pallid skin. You see Driessa kind of lean over it. Her eyes glow blue. The antlers on her helmet seem to cast slightly bigger shadows. You all don't see anything. You see the corpse of this druid. It's like, looks up at you. And it's like, what? You all don't see anything.
I don't have the spell
It's okay.
information on
Just
here.
get to talk to it.
Okay. I will ask, where are the other gems?
The gems are ours now. We'll use them to our own ends.
Where are they?
Yesterhill, if you must know, but you'll never get there.
Why will we not get there?
There are too many like me. Too many of those twigs. Too many that want your blood.
I would turn back. What else should I ask him?
You all don't hear the responses, but you do hear her asking, and when she talks, her voice has like that double extra tone. Like, and why not? And why not? Like, there's that deeper, like, second
Oh
voice.
God.
Well,
Yeah.
ask him how they plan on poisoning the wine.
How do you plan on poisoning the wine?
Is there any other way? We'll just pour some black number 1 in. Been saving it.
Does he know what a distribution date is?
When are you planning to distribute the wine?
I don't know why you think I'd prefer to cooperate with you.
Because you're already dead.
The wine will be distributed shortly, and I will know that my death wasn't in vain, and Winter Splinter's roots will tear you asunder.
Is there anything else you'd like me to ask?
Go, go, go!
Do I hear what he's saying?
Sure.
What he
Who is the leader? Or where is the leader?
Hedge says, where and who are the leader?
Who is your leader? And where is he or she?
Wielder of the Guthia's staff, of course, and the winery overseeing operations. You'll never get to her.
You seem so certain.
I am certain. I was but a way watcher. The majority of the forces have prevailed time and again. They will prevail again this night, and Barovia will be dead.
I'm sorry that your death has meant nothing, and I walk away.
As you walk away, it's just like the skull goes back into its position. Of course, you guys never saw it move.
I will relay all the information to the party.
Why don't you roll a knowledge, nature or history to find out what Winter Splinter is?
Let's see. It's 9 plus 11.
No, you're not really sure.
What was
Ring a bell.
Winter Splinter again?
He just said Winter Splinter's roots would tear you asunder.
When I asked about the leader?
No.
No,
Oh,
where the
okay.
gems were.
Oh,
Yeah.
where the gems were.
Yep.
And then what did he say about the leader?
Said the wielder of the Gulfia's staff.
Where did he? Oh, you said he would have related. Oh, sounds like the leaders at the winery.
That legit freaked me out.
With the wolf owl?
Yeah, I was like,
Don't go outside, Lydia.
I had no idea it was a sound effect.
Might as well just go right into the winery. Unless you know some way that we can sneak in.
Hedge, do you know any way, other ways to the winery aside from the road?
Do I?
I mean, from here, it would only be a...
Have I ever been? Do I know of any way in?
You've been to the winery, and you know that you could probably cut south into the vineyards themselves, but you would be going through the woods, and the woods are highly dangerous.
Would it be easier for me to lead them through the woods?
You also know that where Davian Markov is off the road, kind of just as you approach the Wizard of Wines.
So we probably go there first. Alright. I'm actually gonna turn back.
Okay.
Yes, we should go talk to the watchers first. They could help us. They're near the winery. Oh, that looks nice.
He goes over to a tree and he just curls up and starts sleeping.
Well, I'm ready to go. Somebody please wake up Hedge.
How big is Hedge?
Not very big.
Short.
Right.
5 foot nothing.
He's trying to take a short rest.
Yeah. I got that. You guys can have a short rest if you'd like. Short rests at Castle Mac are like 5 minutes. We didn't like the narrative impact of an hour in the middle of some action, so it's a quick breather.
Plop you on the saddle and continue onward.
Spin a hit dice.
I did.
You're wounded too, aren't you?
Yeah, you're wounded. Spin a hit dice.
Fine.
You don't get paid for having extra hit
You
dice.
do
left
not,
over.
yeah.
And I don't feel like
took enough
giving
damage
up
that
a
you should
digital
probably-
character sheet.
You'd be surprised.
How many times a couple hit points keeps you alive?
That's right.
You got plenty anyway.
Yeah. I forgot it's not like.
Plus, we only do 2 short rests in a day typically.
In between a long.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, two short rests in a day, but they're 3 to 5 minutes long. Yeah, he curls up for a couple of minutes and then is like,
I'm ready.
right as rain.
I guess while he's sleeping and we're resting. Again, Basalt also is on the way. We've been meaning to go there.
Ever seen it?
You know about it. You know it as the Haunted Mansion.
Okay.
I don't think you've ever been, but you've maybe seen it from the distance.
It's haunted.
Still like half sleeping.
Haunted, no!
Still, we need to go there anyway.
What is there?
Apparently, it's a piece of the fortunes we got when we came here. We'll have some information that will help us on this quest. Apparently it has something to do with an order of silver dragons. It was a St. Andrew. One of the last of this order. 700 years ago or something. There was some order of holy knights. The mention there will provide us more information on what we need. Plus, if there's something of dragons there, I imagine it would be beneficial.
Well, it's on the way. We could make a quick stop, but
It's not on the way though, is it?
It's the road to get there is on the way, but it's not. You're not going to pass by it.
It's past
You would have to go off the
The
road.
wineries first, but we're too close. We would need to go after that. Could you stand another day away from Kresk to Arena?
Oh my god, I forgot Arena's with you. I'm the worst at NPCs. At least you don't have to worry about the DM PC where I'm
yeah,
just
she could've been
playing for
fighting
myself.
too.
Yeah, she would have helped. She was there. You don't remember?
Yeah.
She was.
Oh, just like I wasn't
She was
even on
throwing
the
better
map
than
You
you
know all
guys.
the druids on the
Yeah.
other side of the
Like how you forgot to put me on the map.
She killed the
Yeah.
You forgot to put her on the map. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
last twig.
Initiative remembered,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, the last twig she got. Oh, were you not on the map? Is she even out there?
She was.
Over there.
She is Morthos now.
No.
Oh, she is?
That's weird, whatever. Anyways, yeah, she just
I was
kind of
wondering what
nods,
that was.
and she's like, I've got nowhere better to be. I'm curious about Krez, but I think I'd be surprised to find that it's where I need to end up, frankly.
Agreed.
not only that, the longer you're with us, the longer you're with friends.
She kind of's like, yeah, thanks, Driessa. Take
Friends
that.
who don't keep secrets from each other. I don't say that. I don't actually say that.
Kresk will have information. Plus this pond that's there could potentially be another one of our fortunes.
She says, well, the wizard first, then Argenvostolt,
Then Kresk.
then Kresk. Sure. I'm along for the ride. Alright, you all head out again?
Yep.
I want to do an Indiana Jones style animation. You
Where
know,
they can
as
see
you
you
go.
drawing the map.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I'm gonna get sued.
and we're shut down.
Yep. Alright, you guys cross another crossroads, and at this one there is a clear sign pointing south that says Argenvostolt. And you continue on, and when you get about here, just another couple, maybe another quarter mile down the road, again, the trees are just closing in on you. The dismal rain has now turned the road to mud. The mist has it such that you can't see very far. All of a sudden, Osprey stops in his tracks, and it's like, and like stamps a little bit nervously, and you all see a figure in the mist. And this figure is slowly bobbing. And as it comes into view, as it passes the mists. It's a rider on a skeletal horse, and he's holding a spear kind of down at his side, and he's kind of slumped in the saddle, and he kind of looks up at you. It's a skeletal horse, and it's walking kind of slowly. He sort of looks up at you all. You can see he's wearing a half breastplate, and it's got a silver dragon on it, slightly tarnished, and he's just riding the spear at his side, and as it gets maybe 50 feet from you all, it just raises its left hand like this. Doesn't stop, its head doesn't lift, and it lowers it again, and the horse just kind of keeps riding.
Like towards us?
Did it look like a hail or a halt?
Looked like a hail.
Man, you would be like, hail, you well met, rider of our Ginpost dogs.
It just kind of keeps passing, and its head kind of tips up towards you. It looks like it's having trouble holding it up. Like, you see some bits of flesh kind of still stringy, hanging upon it. No animation to the eyes, just sunken sockets. Jaw kind of hangs slack a little bit. And it nods to you as the horse just kind of keeps...
Hedge just dives in the woods.
Alright. Hedge is like...
Nope.
Edges out.
And, I mean, it just keeps passing without saying
Just
anything.
keeps passing, doesn't say anything else.
I think I would just watch it go unless something else happens.
And you see it, like, as it's got its back to you, it kind of turns its head one last time to look back at you all. And the mist re-envelops the creature.
That's cool.
Interesting.
Well, there's apparently one of the outriders of our Ginpost dog. Suppose you would be so lucky to even serve in death. I mean, cat smiling.
Yeah. If only Osprey can come with me.
Fair enough. Well, Triessa, have you always had the ability to talk to corpses? Or is that from now?
I'm not gonna answer because last time you guys had told me I shouldn't wear it. Or no, it was Bryce.
Don't worry.
Oh, so now I don't even
Naysayer's
care.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't.
I think
Don't wear it.
I think it is my
Foolish.
helmet.
Got bridled in the dick. I love it.
Right, you
I'm looking for our fortunes.
Doing over here, okay.
Oh, we had them printed.
I know, I
Yeah.
can't find mine, so it's
You can
gonna
have
pull it
that
up.
one.
Okay, thanks. I was just shopping.
Yeah, okay.
That's valuable. I think there's always more dead than there are living, especially here.
It also keeps the rain off of my head.
Do you think you
Hedge, you nervously come back out of the woods.
Oh, I
Where's he
already.
going?
I don't feel like I can use it again.
I do kind of want to ask Hedge, like, what is it like to be a real raven?
I don't know that I'm a real raven.
Or what does it feel like?
You poop a lot.
Okay.
Anywhere you want. They never see it coming.
Yeah, Caecilius is gonna grow.
I remember Baishar told me that the witch Nisbis used to just pee everywhere.
That's very true.
I quit this show.
This pod
I
show.
almost said podcast. Alright, you all continue along the road. You come to another little crossroads, and you see this dirt path going off. It's completely unmarked, heads to the north. Not 100% sure where it goes. You come to another crossroads, and you can see it heads up into a mountain, and you can now kind of get a glimpse of the towering Mount Gacchus to the south, and it's shrouded in mist. You just can kind of catch a glimpse of it, and this road seems to snake upwards. And the sign, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, no, here you go.
The sign says Solinka Pass and Mount Gacchus. And it's straight, like, already looks like it's coming up the carved rock, you know? You can imagine, like, a Transylvanian road that goes up into the mountains.
does
And finally,
does Osprey react any differently to the pass?
no, but, I mean, all of you, like, if it were a movie, it would do
Yeah.
the long lens. Like, you look down it, and then it, like, seems to elongate.
Gotcha.
I will say, as you look down the path, the hair on the back of your neck, Triessa, kind of stands up, and you can like faintly hear fluttering, like a dove swings. And Ava, you as well, kind of look up and you can see what looks like grass in the mountain kind of catch light from nowhere and kind of shimmer at you just a little bit.
So looking up at the mountain is when I got hair on the back of my neck, like standing up.
Yep.
I grew hair on the back of my neck.
Yep.
Would I have seen Ava like move her head towards it or act differently?
I think everybody kind of stares down it, but yeah, Ava maybe kind of shrinks into herself a little bit. You remember your vision.
We both talked about how our vision occurred on like the same spot, didn't we?
You
After
did.
I woke up and I told my dream, and
You
you're
did
like,
talk
that sounds
about
like
the
mine.
mountain.
Yeah.
So I would probably look at you.
I think I wouldn't say anything. I would just look at you two. Like, that girl.
Alright.
Press onward.
Yeah, I think Kaisilis is getting answered. Yes, let's press on.
Alright. And finally, you all come one more little bit here, and you, Hedge, know that the road south, even before you see the sign, very clearly says Wizard of Wines. It turns into a dirt road. It's like the double rut where wagons can come down. Back into the woods. You had that kind of opening where you saw the rise up to the mountains, but you're now back fully enclosed by the Salic woods. The canopy is high, but now water is starting to pour. The leaves have filled up, and water is pouring on you even beneath the canopy of the trees. Miserable place. You all travel for just another mile or so, maybe a little less, and you see a cloaked figure kind of step out into the woods, and he's holding a hooded lantern that he kind of raises in your direction, and then lowers it and raises a hand.
How far away is he?
Maybe 50 feet.
Do I recognize him?
Yeah, why don't you roll a perception check?
15?
Yeah, you see that it is Davian. Davian Markov.
That's Davian. Good. He's good.
Wave. Probably
Davian.
sheathe my sword and wave.
He like, the light goes out on the lantern. He
That's
approaches.
Danica's brother.
Danica's
Dad.
father. He comes up. He's got a black, like gray beard that kind of comes down. It's looking a little bit unkempt. He's dirty. His hair is wild, but it's also that black with streaks of silver in it. Huge man, like just a bear of a man. Like looks like he could literally like just pick a tree up out of the ground. And he's got a scar on his cheek. But overall, he still looks welcoming. Like he doesn't look like a hard man necessarily. He's just like, Hedge, didn't think I'd be seeing you again. Who have you brought, boy?
Heroes.
He's like, well,
Yeah, Kaisilis would hit.
so he stands up straight, right? Stands up a little bit and he's like, well, you did good, Hedge. Where are y'all coming from?
Rocky most recently.
He kind of is like,
Your daughter insisted that you come.
it's like, very good. Then you probably know the situation by now.
Heard.
There's one of the Druids running around, some fell woman, holding a black staff, controlling all kinds of plant creatures. Some are made of wood, some of them shoot needles out of them, almost like pine needles, but a bit more deadly. He raises his arm and you can see a couple of little puncture wounds. He's like, I'm afraid there's no more fight left in us. It's just me, some of the boys.
Where is she?
Well, last I saw her, she was gloating about having the winery to herself. In fact, she pissed in one of the lads.
She'll likely be dead before long.
I hope you're right. He's kind of breathing heavy. It's like, I'm afraid I won't be much good to you, but I can tell you a bit about the layout.
That would be helpful.
3 stories, including the cellar. That's where most of the barrels are stored. Gold down there, you know. On the main level, you've got the vats. Out on the veranda, you've got, well, what do they call it when they squash the grapes? I can't remember the name of it right now.
Great fun.
They have a specific name, but I can't remember what it is. So whatever.
Barrel?
They got those grape squashing devices.
Grape squashers.
Grape squash.
Squanchers. Oh, nope, can't say that either.
no squanching allowed. On the upper level is all the living quarters. The main vats are on the main floor. Shouldn't be hard to get to, but they have barricaded the doors. Beware though, they've got many of those little creatures. They don't seem like much individually, but when there's a tide of them coming after you, well, you just can't stand forever. He stops and looks at both of you. It's just like, where did y'all say you're from again?
We didn't, but we're not from here.
It's like, you look a bit like the abbot.
The what?
You his daughter.
The who?
The abbot of Kresk.
Yeah, but
Have we heard of him yet?
Yeah, that's like the leader of the church that we're going to see in.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't think I'm related to him. I don't believe I'm from any descendants of anyone here.
So, my mistake.
What does he look like?
Beautiful like you.
What color is his hair?
What color is your hair? Jess's hair? Blonde? Bright blonde, right?
Yeah, but you described dude in my vision as having.
Black hair.
True. Yep. He's got a bright blonde hair, just like yours.
I would look a little dejected.
It's like, And what's your story, miss? Is that a curse or is that a magic capability?
it's a curse.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks.
And what about you, young lord? That is some fine armor. Don't see nothing like that in Barovia, that's for sure.
No one has quite shown me armor like this in Barovia, but I was following a commander and wandered by mistake into this land.
The wandering's a pretty common story. Can't say I know anything about your commander, but if he showed up here, he's almost certainly dead.
Commander Xavier does not die.
Oh, he sounds like a great man.
Some might call the hero.
He does sound like a hero. Alright, well, I don't know if I can ever repay you. I'm afraid the winery's not much without the gems.
I think the gem's back after we clear out the winery.
Hedge, I don't know where you found these people, or why you people are willing to help me. But suffice it to say, we'll never forget your names. If you help us here today, you're helping all of Barovia. Without wine, there's nothing here. No reason to live, and people wouldn't. They'd all eat those damn pies.
We'll take care of this, and we'll talk about what we need afterwards. The Baron sent us on our way merrily as opposed to detaining us, thinking that his next festival would be full of wine, though that's not my concern.
Couldn't give a feck about that Baron if I was being honest with you, but, well, I suppose you do what you must.
Now, we'll treat him as an ally, though I doubt he is.
He's a powerful enough man. Hey, thank you to Welcome Party RPG for the raid. We appreciate it, guys. Howdy. Had a bunch of people just jump in from the raid, so thank you and hello. We'll just jump right back into it.
Thanks, guys.
Well, as I said, one of them seems to carry a black staff. She seems to be the ringleader. Don't know what that staff is, but Winter Splinter's got bark just as black.
What's Winter Splinter?
Winter Splinter's the Gothiest tree. They say its roots can penetrate into other realms. Sow evil and discord there.
Contact other realms, you say?
I don't know about contact, but corrupt might be more apt.
Could be that any place its roots touched or how it could bring us here. One in your world, one in ours.
Well, could be the case. I've never made it to Yesterhill myself. The Druids don't let anyone come near, other than their master, of course.
Well, we
You know
certainly
the
won't.
gems are still here.
I don't think so. Those gems have been there for hundreds of years, but finally they got them. It's been a constant struggle, as Hedge can attest to. We're always under siege. If it's not the Druids, then it's the Scarecrows from the Baba Saga. One or the other, at all times. We're always fighting to keep the people with their drink.
We plan on visiting the Baba Saga before too long. We'll look for the other gem then.
He says, I know exactly what she did with that gem. She used it to make that hut of hers be able to creep along the ground. That's right.
Creep.
They say she flies around in a dragon's skull, but I haven't seen it myself.
Let me have you repeat that for a moment. She flies around in a dragon's skull.
Aye, you heard correctly. Well, haven't seen any dragons here. But you know of our Ginvostod, of course.
I'm gonna have you know next.
You're seeing the entire little realm we've got here. Strahd's personal prison. I've always made a way to eke out a living.
What do the gems look like?
He says, they're no larger than a pine cone. Each of them emit a different colour light. There's a purple one, that's the one that's been missing for 10 years, and frankly the reason I've not spoken to my daughter in too long, but the other two, one of them glows in orange, the other one's a blue. The Druids made off with both of those. To what end, I don't know, but I can guarantee it's not good. Maybe it's to empower that Winter Splinter and spread his evil through other realms. But I'd only be guessing.
Seems like there's enough evil here. We would need to spread more.
Evil will always spread like a shadow cast.
Do you know for a fact that the Baba Saga has a gem?
That's a good question. I haven't asked her myself, but it was the Scarecrows that dug it up. You see, we had to bury him out in the dirt. That's what made the wine grow, made the grapes grow in the first place. Each of the pine cones, the gems if you will, they gave a different type of grape that grew. Had 3 different formulas. Well, she made off with that one a good 10 years ago. You could say the two of us haven't kept in touch.
What kind of wine did that one make?
That was our nicest. Made the champagne.
Wow.
It was delicious. I should love to have a draft of that again someday.
I'm sure you will before long. Shouldn't hasten here. We can discuss the rest of this after. Doors barricaded, any other doors we could go through.
He says probably the best way in is through the loading bay. That'd be open. There would be a double door there that's probably braced, but a man of your talents looks like you can handle that.
Or a horse.
Or a horse.
He pets Osprey on his neck a little bit. Alright, well again, I can't thank you enough. The keepers would be forever in your debt. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Stay hidden for a little while.
I can do that.
Do the Druids live in a specific spot, or do they just wander?
Well, they congregate at Yester Hill to do whatever fell magics they do there, but no, they make pretty much all the woods their home. You see them occasionally, slinking through the trees, watching, waiting, maybe waiting for just such an occasion. I don't rightly know.
Fair enough.
I think our clock is ticking, however. We do need to head on. We did run into a druid earlier, and he did let slip. Time was limited. They were planning on poisoning the wine.
I think that's exactly what they're planning to do. Poison the wine and then distribute it. You've got mass chaos on your hands. Mass death.
Can't let that happen.
We'll talk to you when we return, having brought back your winery.
It's like, again, I don't know how to thank you. He sticks out his meaty hand.
Caecilius would meet it.
He sticks it out to you as well, Driessa.
Meet the meat.
Meat to meat.
Shakes your hands, shakes the young lord's hand, reaching up on the horse, and he pulls in Hedge.
Hedge just hugs him.
Yeah, he pulls in Hedge, kind of gives his bony back a pat.
Imagine Hedge nuzzles.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, he grabs you by the shoulders, kind of looking down at you. Hedge, I won't forget what you did here. I can't thank you enough.
Oh, no, thanks, Stone.
He's like, Yeah, I will.
Okay, here.
He takes Stone out.
He's like,
Take him.
thank you, Stone.
Oh,
He's just
Back
like,
in.
already like, all right.
I've already had enough of him.
Not too far.
Are we walking away from him now?
Mm-hmm.
As we're walking away, I'll message him.
A message.
Yeah,
Davian?
my cantrip message. And I'll say, no need to thank us. But please remember, no matter what she's done, forgiveness is always the best.
He stops in his tracks and kind of looks back, regards for a second, and then keeps walking. Nice.
How far away is the winery?
Not far. You know it's maybe a half mile at this point, but the trees are about to give way into the kind of the land, the vineyard land.
Okay. When we get within, half a mile, that's not even an hour.
No.
So when we get to the point where the trees are about to give away, I'm going to do something.
Okay. Cool. You guys come in and
I think I follow Hedge.
yeah, you follow Hedge. You get to the edge of the kind of the clearing where the winery sits, and you can see this very stately house. It's this fairly large. You can see that it's 2 stories. Let me see if I got a good description for you. Yeah, you also see these rolling hills with these vineyards all spread out. You don't see far, of course, because the mist, cuts off your line of vision. But you can see like the start of these vineyards and kind of crooked stakes everywhere with vines that are just wrapped around them. And situated in the midst of the vineyard, the winery is an old 2-story stone building with multiple entrances. Thick ivy covers every wall. They're kind of like wrapping up around it. You see iron fencing along its roof line. The trail ends at an open loading dock that you guys can see. That loading dock is right here. I kind of pre-drew some of this. In fact, right here you can see that this is a stable. And in fact, you see 2 horses. There's a horse in each one of these stables. And then in here, you do see a big wagon. And the wagon has a couple of barrels of wine on it. You all are all the way at the edge of the map there at this point.
How far can Osprey travel if he's running?
Is there cover?
Not here.
50 feet, I believe, it's horse.
Yeah. Osprey's, I think, 50 or 60.
Yeah.
Pretty quick. All right. And as...
Actually, yeah, now that I see her here, before they... as we're hitting that... Actually, you finish.
No, I was just going to say, you guys are approaching. The dirt path kind of comes up towards the loading dock. You guys are on that right now. And, yeah, here's what else you see on the outside before I forget. Right here is a veranda. And you can see the wine presses here.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks to the chat for that one. Just these big vats, and you can see these little wooden stairs that lead up to each one. There's these stone columns that come up, and the second story is clearly above that, but this is a kind of big open external veranda.
I'm gonna do a perception check to see if I can see anyone.
Yeah, go ahead. Were you gonna say a thing, Sean?
21.
Okay, I'll remember that and come right back to it.
I guess just to Irina, really. Well, now you're not defending yourself on the run. Now you're protecting the people, helping them.
She looks at you and kind of nods. She's like, maybe I've got Burgomeister in my blood after all. She kind of looks at you and draws her rapier. Holds it at her side.
He would smile. Draw his.
And as you all are having your little moment, Head just kind of nervously looking around, and you're like, guys, a lot of stuff moving. And you look at the ground all around you is creeping.
It's probably fine though.
I think it's time to roll initiative, everybody.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
Oh my god. How did I do it again?
A big 0?
I had a 0. How?
It's alright. Next time you get a 7, 007.
I hope so.
That'll be an improvement.
This is Skyfall right here.
Cool.
guys.
Hey, can you just spread those out over there for me?
Why?
Why?
No.
Don't do it.
I mean, how spread out do you want them?
Any fireball
Actually, they should be in
burst
clumps
radius?
of about 4 or 5, and they should be over there. These should be over there, please.
Oh, good.
And the remainder of these seem to come to life out of the ivy of the building. Further away. They're actually much further away. Sorry. All the way over there. All the way over.
Where all of Lydia's things are.
Thank you for the assist, yes. They are actually, there's a gap there too. They're about 120 feet out from you guys. Just on the edge of what you
Oh,
can
is that
see
yours?
from
Yeah.
within
I was like,
those
what
areas.
did we point at before?
You're
I
like,
finally grabbed my
give
time.
me,
Yeah, right.
give me.
I gotta unjeff it.
Unjeffetize it. Alright, guys. If you would, please, let's go around for some initiative. Driessa.
7.
Okay, big 7. Ava.
21.
21. Caecilius.
0.
That's a 0.
big
Just
one.
to double check, that's a 0. Hedge.
21. What's your bonus?
I know. I don't remember. I think it's a +2.
So mine.
Whatever. You guys pick.
I'm
Wayland?
+3
that'd be
actually.
9.
Oh, shoot, go ahead.
What was Driessa? You were a 7? Horse going before or after you?
Before.
Okay.
What about Irina?
Yeah, let's,
Yeah, no, Irina's here. Irina's definitely here. Okay, Irina's after Driessa.
This is the Sparkle Boy.
It's not mine.
It's
I
mine.
don't have a Sparkle Boy.
It was yours at one point.
Alright, those groups there are 120 feet away. But you just see movement, and they look similar to those ones, except sometimes one will kind of stand up and turn its head, and you can see quills kind of coming off it. And occasionally you'll see one, and there's just like these little spines kind of coming off the side of it. And they seem to be moving towards you all fairly cautiously.
Cautiously. Not.
Yeah.
Thank you, I'll turn the music down, appreciate it. Gotta get used to this. It's all new. We are using Sirenscape. Thanks to them. It's been fantastic, but appreciate that. We'll get there. Okay, with that, Hedge, you are first,
Actually, she's
sir.
ahead of me.
Yeah,
Ava, you are first, my dear.
I am. I am going to hold an action for a spell for when they get in range.
Okay. They're 120 feet out, so yeah. Hedge, your turn, sir.
Alright, so they're 120 feet from us.
They are indeed.
So that's within 150 foot range.
That is within 150 foot range.
20 foot radius. So I should have all. Spike growth.
All right. Yeah, the ground. You guys just see Hedge raise his hand and like spikes kind of start to come out of the ground. They're actually barely perceptible to you all. You're kind of like, what did he do? But you see these little kind of, almost looks like
And he
blades
starts
of
scampering
gas.
forward. Run! And he just starts running forward.
All right, great. Wayland.
Let's see. So we've been listening to Hedge thus far, and he hasn't gotten us too lost yet. So
No, he hasn't.
he's gonna follow Hedge's.
Well, we were going to the loading dock, so.
Yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So we're gonna run, draw a sword, and then.
Can't you dash with this horse?
The horse could dash, and then
Yeah.
you could still, because you said the horse is
Oh,
going
that's
first,
right, yeah.
right? Yeah, you could
Get up
you
there.
could 100% dash up there.
We'll dash up there.
Oh
and-
man, he just cuts loose. This is the first time you guys have seen Osprey cut loose, and I mean it is. You're like, oh damn, haven't really seen horses much in Barovia, and he's clearly a skilled rider. Like he's riding it, guiding with his knees. You see him draw his sword and kind of lean over in the saddle as he approaches.
And we're gonna make an attack. with
Yeah,
this.
do it.
Don't you have
Oh
advantage?
yeah, I do have advantage because they're not.
You do have it. You have the mounted
Are
combatant.
we still blessed too?
No.
No,
Okay.
no, it's long gone.
It's pretty good.
That would be a 20
Total.
total.
Okay, that is definitely a hit.
Alright. Plus 6.
All right.
13.
All right. As you approach this creature, I'm just gonna show you what it looks like real quick. It's pretty hideous looking.
Oh wow! So it looks very humanoid looking.
Looks very humanoid.
That's what these
That's what these are. They're different than the other kind of twig creatures.
Are these the twig creatures? Or
Nope, those are the same thing. And it kind of looks up at you, and it's like almost like peeks its head around, and you see some quills kind of like come forward on it. And then how do you kill it?
I just take my sword and I just completely splatter him up against the wall.
Man, he splatters in, and just as Osprey rears back, like stomps on the ground and kind of expertly turns towards the others that are coming. And speaking of which, they on their way. Let's see, Jeff. Those guys take. Is it 2d4 per 5 feet they move?
Yeah. And it's difficult terrain, I believe.
That's fantastic.
Yep, it's difficult terrain
All right,
also.
let's see. Okay, they all at once raise up and start to run. All of them get impaled and die.
Oh my god.
Every single one. You just watch as they're all like trying to move forward, like getting stuck. One kind of falls to the ground. It's like dragging itself.
Do you have an inspo?
I don't.
They are in fact all dead. Yes, you may, of course, give them an inspiration for that.
That was gross.
Not bad at all. With that, we are over to their turn.
And he'll look back to Caecilius and smile this like stained toothed smile.
He's like,
Did you see that?
Caecilius will approvingly be like, "Yep, good job." I mean, but also like, I don't have time.
he seems happy with the approval.
alrighty, let's see. Those guys, can you, Lydia, move them to 60 feet away from
From this line?
from right there is close enough. Spread them out just a little bit for me.
Out there, yeah.
They're not
Keep them
super intelligent.
Keep them in a nice, good 30-foot radius or 20-foot radius.
That's pretty good, yeah. Last time I let you place the bad guys.
I had mine spread out more than that.
You did. You were fine. This one kind of comes rushing at you, and as it does, it kind of scampers along the ground, and you see these quills kind of just opening up on its back. It kind of leaps up at you and tries to attack. Actually, I'm just going to save us time, because this guy does the same. These two both kind of rush at you, and
Sure.
Osprey is kind of stamping around and kind of, swaying to the side. First one attacks. And what's your armor class, sir?
20.
Broken.
You broke him.
That one got you.
Actually, I forgot I even had this spell. I got it from my mountain.
You take 4 points of damage. And this one, it kind of reaches up at you, and as it does, you see these spines kind of grow on its palm, and it just kind of grabs you, and you hear your armor kind of like a tin can, and then they punch through and punch into your skin a little bit.
4.
And these
Last
two...
time I hope I hear plate armor referred to as a tin can.
These two also approach you, and as they're moving, they sort of hunch a little bit, and the spines on their backs, you hear these like spines kind of shoot out towards you.
I don't like these guys.
Nope. Yeah, you actually raise your shield and then and they all kind of fly off it. Driessa.
I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right? Gonna go theirs. And then I'm going to cast Ray of Frost on this dude.
Hit that boy with a frosty.
Yeah, and hopefully I hit.
No!
Can't do the Tim the Tool Man.
Whoa, so
That's
what
one
is
thing
that?
you've had to
Does
give up.
that mean I double
You
damage?
double the damage,
Yeah.
nice.
Double dip the damage, and his speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
It's on Brett.
Now we're rolling.
Double ones.
Nope. I have no idea what you roll on the
So,
one.
yeah, I can't read the
6
one.
and 7.
13.
13.
Damage.
How does he die?
Oh!
Cold.
You got real cold.
Yeah. Well, I Ray of Frosted him, so he just like breaks apart into little shards.
Shards just fall to the ground.
Yeah.
Slowly. By reduced 10 feet.
Well,
They
it
kind of
does,
melt
it
off.
takes a second
and then.
Yep. Love it. Okay, it is Irina's turn. She's going to move up next to Hedge, and she's adopting a defensive stance.
Aren't you in front of me?
And Caecilius.
She was up. You were, I think you were in the very back line.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he's dashing.
Oh yeah, you just clink, 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 clink. Got your got your shield up.
I got the shield up, and I'm going the style that he learned from Jaya. With
Oh yeah,
that
blade
shield
on the
blade
blade
on
on the
top.
shield.
Just
yes sir. All right, and with that, we're back to you, Ava.
Just can't let her go.
Uh-oh.
she's gonna keep coming out.
Marital issues here. You, as you get here, by the way, you see that this door is actually open. There's a double door that seems like it's busted open.
Buses and not resealable?
Perhaps not. Perhaps it could be. It's open and looks like it's maybe off its hinges a little
Gotcha.
bit.
Can I have him make me a wisdom saving throw?
Can do. What's your difficulty?
13.
Pretty sure that is a fail. That is a fail.
Were you sure?
A fail. It was a
Fail.
fail.
That is a 100% fail.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't know what to do. Is he wounded?
No.
No.
Cool. It's cool.
Now he is.
You got my damage tracking for me?
It was a 4, by the way.
Big 4. Yeah, bells. He sort of like snarls and looks around like he doesn't know where it came from.
Is that you?
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Hedge, you are up, sir.
All right.
If you spike growth again, we are not friends.
No, I'm not going
If
to.
you play your character well,
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna be pissed at you.
So I run up next to Caecilius and look over at him.
Don't bring logic into this.
And then this one's unwounded.
Correct. Both of those are.
Have him make a, I think it's a dex save. Sorry. Dex save.
Can do. That would be a pass, I'm afraid.
Well, I try to create a bonfire near him, but I miss.
Yeah.
It just goes.
You see like some sparks and it kind of shifts to the side and like looks around.
But yeah, Caecilius will look at him like he doesn't understand. Like,
And then he looks sad.
Wayland.
Um,
What does your horse do first and foremost?
so... Horse... We're just gonna... I guess I can only disengage one, right?
Nope. Disengage means your horse will not provoke attacks of opportunity, which means you won't either. So if your horse disengages and leaves, then yeah, you're
Can I
good.
still get a movement after disengage?
Yep. Regular move.
So yeah, we'll disengage. We'll go 10... Or, yeah, that'll be 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We'll go ahead and tackle him here.
Cool. Yeah.
Try and take
Osprey sort of does some moves, jukes a little bit, and then gallops hard to get out of their reach.
12.
That is a hit.
Awesome.
They're a little less nimble.
Yeah.
9 damage.
How does he die?
So, just gonna swing down as we're running, and as Osprey turns to put the full weight of his charge behind it, he's just gonna baseball bat this dude's head off.
Slings it.
Yeah.
And in this way, the game of golf was invented. Alrighty. Let's see. Sean, why don't you roll me a d6? O'Hara, sorry. O'Hara, roll me a d6.
I got it. I'm good now.
4.
Okay, this one sort of turns, looks around, rushes you, my man.
This is casting that push the heart throb group. Come on now.
Ooh! Why are you guys oohing?
Boo!
There's a crit on the field!
No, we booed them.
There's a crit on the field!
Just throw popcorn at you.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
It's still out.
11 points of damage as this thing comes at you, and it kind of raises up to a height you didn't suspect because it keeps itself so crouched, and it's just like, "Wah!" And it raises both hands. You see these spikes, and it grabs you and like hits your neck, and you're just like, ah! Are able to shove it off. Feel warm blood running down the inside of your armor. This one, Jeff, roll me a d4.
3.
Comes after you.
Oh,
man. Yeah, you got a pretty rough armor class. 6 points of damage, sir. Ooh. I guess, do you need to concentrate on spike growth? I forget if it's concentration.
It is, but don't worry about it. I'm going to throw a concentration spell in a second anyway.
Okay, these guys. Don't do it. Don't push me. Alright, let's do some attack rolls. These three all fire off ranged needles at you, Coach. I believe 2 of those are actually hits. That's probably good. Probably fine. $19 points of damage.
Holy shit.
Let's see.
You wanted to.
Those 2 up front
somehow.
fire at you, Caecilius. Miss. The one in the back fires at you, Ava. The following 2 actually both fire at you as well, Ava. They all miss. You just see them all running forward, and as they do, spikes are just like folding down out of their skin and firing off, and you're sort of, a couple kind of nick you. Nothing to do any significant damage. Driessa, it is your turn. I'm going to turn the heater off for just right
Yeah, I
now.
was going to say.
Getting a little warm in Castle Mac.
My bees are sweating.
Yeah. Balls of your feet.
Yeah, well, I've got 2 of them. I'd give you inspiration, but I don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to.
That's funny because I'm sitting there trying to think of something. I was like,
Over here. And then I'm going to Ray of Frost this guy.
Okay.
Taking back hold of him.
That is a hit. You got damage on me, Coach.
Yeah.
5. And speed reduced by 5. Or 10.
Okay.
Which one? This one?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Irina is ready to jump up into this thing. Run her up in between Ava.
over here?
Yep.
She's going to stand between Ava and that one. Yeah, right there.
Here?
Yep, that's exactly right. You know what? She kills that thing. She just comes rushing up
Wait,
and
did
she
she
kind
crit
of.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Do
She's
it
an
again.
ally.
Do
Yeah.
it again.
Rewind.
Do it again.
Okay, it's a 20.
Oh, wait, why did you roll for Ava? Or
I
that was
rolled for
Irina.
Irina.
Okay.
Irina comes up with her rapier and just kind of stares at it for a second, and she grabs it like by one of the bundles of spikes, takes her rapier, and just shoves it in its face, and its body goes limp as she pulls the blade out.
What do the guts look like coming out of it?
They're just kind of greenish and like
a green
plants. They look like plant mush, like if you just mashed up some herbs.
So like guacamole.
Caecilius. Yeah, basically guacamole guts.
I'm going to attack the open range target. I would hope that a
Hey, it's
19
double
gets
digits.
it.
19 gets it.
Ooh. Let's see. That's 12 damage.
How do you kill it?
Oh man. I wouldn't even do it with my sword, man. I would just shield bash it.
Just bash it over and over
They're not worth the sword.
until there's just guacamole all over your shield. It is in fact dead. Ava.
Can I have that one that's right? Make me wisdom save.
Failed.
Cool.
Now I'm rolling another initiative just for fun. Oh, good.
4.
So it's at 9.
It had already taken 5, and you had 4. You got me, Coach.
Yep.
Hedge.
Alright, well.
Take your time, because, longer take, the less we get to meet enemy number 2.
He just kind of looks over at Caecilius and looks at his sword and just kind of wow, flame blade.
On Caecilius' sword?
No, on mine.
Oh, on his.
I don't think I can do it to him.
No, I don't think
Itself. Yeah.
So you produce a flame blade.
Yeah. And then I'll swing it
I'm sure Caecilius is like, okay, I'm tracking that.
14.
That is a hit.
For 6 fire damage. Are they vulnerable?
I do not actually think they are, unfortunately.
Okay.
So we take 6. If you
Take 6.
pop 6 on him there for me. Then I got bad news.
Good job, Druid. Keep the fire.
What's your bad news?
Alright, you here. Kill them all! As a swarm of those twig-like creatures that you saw before just comes pouring out of the loading dock. You can see them crawling under the wagon.
How many are there?
That you can see?
Yeah.
This many.
Wow.
Are those each a single twig thing?
Each is a single twig
Okay.
boy. Yep.
I was thinking, since there are 3 circles, I was like,
Yeah,
does each one of those represent 3?
This is gonna be rough.
Okay, and then.
Nope.
Oop.
No, you can stay there.
Nope. Just lost it for a second. You see a figure kind of standing behind them. Moves to here, moves up a little bit. It's kind of crouching from behind the building. It's got antlered helmet on, or maybe not a helmet, but it's got antlers on and just like this kind of greenish brown cloak that's dragging behind it. And it raises a hand towards you, Hedge. And
Wisdom save?
nope. A slim bolt of fire just ducks past you, and it kind of is hiding in here a little bit behind the wagon. Wayland.
Screw these guys. Let's see. She's taking care of herself pretty. So we're just gonna ride into battle, try and cut down some swathes of dudes. We're just gonna start engaging people.
Start slashing in?
Yeah.
Do it, my man.
So we're gonna roll on in here. 19 plus 6. That'll probably do.
That'll do.
That'll do.
4 plus 6, so 10 damage on the guy right in front of me.
Alright, mark him 10. No, he's dead. How do you kill him?
So I'm gonna actually swing by him, lean as far out of the saddle as I can, and just run him straight through.
He kind of picks up and slides down the blade, and you have to kind of fling it to have his body fly off. Okay. It is now their turn. Get that on there. Thank you. This one swarms you, and those two both try to attack you, Wayland. Not ideal. Not ideal.
Yeah, alright.
That one went slower.
You're down.
All right. It just climbs up you, and you look at it, and it sticks an arm inside, like your breastplate. It just kind of shoves it down, and you just feel spikes poking out all over it, and then it tears it out. Blood kind of just comes pouring up out, and you all see Waylon just slump in his saddle.
Wait, you went down to 0?
Yeah.
All right, can you move two of those up towards Irina?
I took 19 last turn.
What are these?
That one's gonna go around to Ava.
Why though?
Ava? What's your armor class?
17.
Yeah, no, you're fine. And then the one on you, Hedge, attacks you. And misses.
What? That's so
Yeah,
unfair.
you just got wrecked.
Got
Driessa.
crit twice, didn't you?
I need to look
Ian's
the
had it out
spells
for you all
up.
week.
Welcome to Sunday.
Yeah.
Where the crits are plentiful.
I'm looking up a spell right now.
Never mind
Oh my
yours,
God,
I'll be
come on.
okay. Waylon never fails.
Bye, Waylon.
Waylon ain't leaving.
Waylon was a good character while he lasted.
Waylon's going
What's your new
nowhere.
character?
New character.
Waylish?
Waylon. Waylish.
His brother Waylish.
Peter Waylish.
Waylon gets
Oh, shit.
7 hit points.
Alright.
Ah, yeah. See?
So that's your bonus action, right? Waylon, you just snap awake and this blight is still on top of you, like, looks confused, it cocks a head at you.
It's alright. He's gonna be dead next turn.
Oh, cool. So
What else
that
you got?
was my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And for my regular action, I am going to...
It has to
This
be.
about to be so dumb.
Yeah, that's weird.
It has to be a cantrip.
I know.
Okay.
I know!
Okay. Well, you were counting spaces.
Supposed to move.
Uh-huh.
Are we moving? You got it.
I think I'll be fine here. And radiant consumption.
Woof.
And I'm gonna yell out. No. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that. I wouldn't.
Hedge, Ava, and Caecilius, you all hear, like, ah! And you look back and you see a sliver of fire in 2 directions erupt from her back, and then they fold down into wings, and then they kind of keep turning and envelop her, and she just raises her hand, and her hair is like standing up and waving, and there's just a burning column of fire around Driessa.
Oh, is she okay? She does not look good.
That's what she can do.
All right, you see Irina take her rapier, swing at one, kills it. 'Cause I don't feel like rolling that many dice. Yeah, she's a good fighter. It's better than Hedge. Caecilius.
Better than Hedge? Of course she is.
I'm just gonna take the opportunity attack.
This is
What the shit? Why does no one else get hit?
As I get right up there, I'm going to turn my sword and hit it with that ring of ram.
Oh,
I'm
yes!
spending 2 charges.
2 charges, yep.
So it's a +7 to hit.
Yep.
I believe.
Yep.
Is that 40-10 damage?
That's 4d10 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot you had that right.
That is a hit.
Force damage.
It kind of pokes up at you and like cocks an eye. It's got these rotted ass teeth.
I mean, does it look
Antlers.
does it look like
female
the
or
other?
No, it looks like the other one,
Okay.
yeah, in general style. Doesn't seem to be female, although it's so emaciated and scrawny, it's hard to tell. The staff is definitely not a black staff.
That's what we need to know.
20 damage, and it's pushed 10 feet.
Alright, just slams back into the wall, falls down on the ground. Man, you know what? Takes a little bashing damage for falling into that. Fell 10 feet. Hits the ground and is just like, not looking so good. Ava!
I'm gonna make us attack against that one that's right in front of me.
Okay. Afraid not.
10.
Hedge. Do it. Do it, my dude.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna lose my flame blade, but whatever. I'm going to cast Moonbeam.
Alright, you have to refresh my memory on this one.
It's 5-foot radius. So I'm gonna start it here.
Okay,
So it's gonna hit these 4.
got it.
They're gonna need to make a get the dex. No, it's con save actually.
Okay. So here's for the 2 in front. Fail and fail. 2 in the back. What's your
13.
I think those both pass. Yeah, those both pass. So the 2 in front fail, 2 in back pass.
So 11 radiant damage and then 5. Oh wow. Okay.
In fact, you all, like, for a moment, all sound ceases on the battlefield, and you see Hedge, like, saying some weird, like, and you actually see the cloud part briefly, and a radiant beam comes down and hits that loading dock, and you see them look and recoil, and the wood just starts, like, wilting and sizzling, and they fall to the ground quite dead. And it is now there, right? No, that one was
No,
not.
it was outside the radius. What?
It stays there, right?
No touchy.
Yeah, it stays. I think
Is it when they enter?
Was there.
yeah, or end their turn there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. I loved it. Okay. On their turn, 2 of them walk into it, phase out of existence, and you, Caecilius, roll perception. Okay, nope.
Yeah.
The other ones now turn, come around there. They got 30 foot of movement, so I think that gets them there. And they sort of, these ones in the back, swarm around the...
Yeah, I mean, and he would be like, come on.
Oops. Just a few more, that's all. Come streaming out. This one rushes... You know what? He rushes you, Driessa.
He's gonna take
She's still doing her like
2 fire damage.
Okay.
Or 2 radiant damage.
Mark him with 2. And he tries to attack you. And misses. Disadvantage. And then the 3 on you, Caecilius. Sorry, you can actually get 1 more. Just
It's in my radius.
even it
It's
out.
there.
Oh, that's right. They were
They're avoiding
instructed.
it, yeah.
Nope. You're just, you stand firm, just using your sword to block, using your shield, kind of kick one away from you. And that is it for them. Alright, this guy stands back up. Man, yeah, I think he's gonna do this number. He looks past you, Caecilius, raises a hand. Driessa, you feel the ground rumble a little bit, and these vines start creeping up and around your legs. Go ahead and make me a strength save, if you would.
Two.
2.
You were looking that up for it.
Let me check. No, 2 does not succeed. You're
you're
still
awesome.
burning, and they start wrapping around you, and they're sizzling and burning, but more just keep coming from the earth below you, and you eventually get restrained by them. Your light is still burning them, and they'll sort of wilt and burn away, and another one will come up to replace it. Wayland.
oh man.
You're doing fine, right, Wayland?
Yeah. Alrighty. So we're going to attack that one first.
Okay.
Yeah, 13 plus 6.
That is a definite hit, sir.
8 plus 6.
Oh, how does he get run through? This is the one that was on you.
Yeah, so kind of like shed him off with the sword, give him a little blow, and then give him a little stomp with the horse.
Nice. Oh yeah, the horse rears back.
Then I'm gonna use action surge and smack this other guy.
Nice. Do it.
11 plus 6.
That's a hit, sir.
5 plus 6 for 11.
Again, your horse smashes one. You swipe the blade down and cleave his skull. Do you want to use second wind? That's a bonus action.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause-
Yes.
Let me rephrase. You should
You
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you?
Yeah, then we're gonna use second wind as a bonus action.
There you go.
So plus my fight others and 4, so plus 10.
Nice. All right, those 2 fangs attack. This one attacks Irina. Does not get her. This one attacks Ava. Armor class?
17.
Gets ya.
Get you.
And this one attacks you, Hedge. That's 4 damage. Lid.
Crit me?
I did. 14 points of damage, sir.
How's Hedge looking?
He's at 15.
Driessa.
So the thing that's entangling me right now is multiple things, or the main thing that's in front of me.
It's a spell that druid
I
can.
make my
Oh.
concentration save.
Okay, cool.
You can actually still cast spells. You are restrained, which means when things attack you, they're going to get advantage, and you can't move.
And if you try to attack, you're at disadvantage.
Right. Because you're just like wrapped up.
Even
in
if I'm like
buttons.
trying to cast a spell, it's a disadvantage.
If it's an attack
If it's an
spell.
attack spell. If it's a saving throw spell, then no. No difference.
But like, if I had to roll to hit,
If you have to roll to hit, you will be
even with spell sniper.
correct.
I don't even know if I have. Okay, I do have one. Okay, so I'm going to Mind Spike.
The druid boy?
Yes. So make a wisdom save.
What's your difficulty?
I don't
14.
even remember. What is it?
14.
How do I know?
It should tell you if
It-
you go into the spell.
You bumped your wisdom up this time, or your charisma, I think.
With 13?
Well, you don't know.
I don't.
Did you take a feat at level 4? Or
Spell
up?
Sniper.
Oh, you
You took that at level 4.
Oh,
Okay. Then it passed.
yeah. So it's 13 then, probably.
Have as much damage on a successful one. 3d8. 2. 3d8 psychic plus. Plus 4 radiant.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Plus.
Doesn't that thing around you take some damage too? Because
Yeah, and then it'll take 2.
Okay, cool.
And then you'll take damage.
Yeah. That is 7, 6, and 1.
Alright, what exactly does Mind Spike do?
Psychic damage, I think.
Psychic damage?
Psychic.
Alright, you see it like kind of crouching, and you kind of lose sight of it, Driessa, because you're fighting the entanglement. Caecilius, you hear, and you look, and it kind of throws up, and blood comes out of its nose, and it just falls to the ground.
Yeah! You got him!
And then he takes 2 damage.
Yeah.
2.
That boy burns up in the fire. They have 4 hit points.
Oh, we know.
Alright.
Knowing's half the battle.
Yay!
Shit.
Okay. Irina swings at the one in front of her.
Oh wait, can I still have movement?
Yeah, that spell would have died as soon as he cast it. Kill that other thing in front of Irina, by the way.
Irina's a freaking
I
truck.
just don't want to roll a million dice.
I'm gonna move here, and it's gonna hit that dude for 2 radiant
When does it take effect?
at the end of my turn, unless it enters my.
Okay, then if it took effect at the end of your turn, then that other boy would still be alive.
Oh, okay, so he would have made.
Because if it's at the end of your turn, you
okay.
you can't double.
Oh wait, never
See what
mind.
I mean?
Then I'll stay,
Stay where you were.
there.
All right. And Caecilius.
Didn't that guy have a effect on him?
This one?
Yeah.
That
Or
was
no?
the 2 I was
Oh.
about to put from you moving
Got
in.
it.
I'm going to need an 11 con save, and I'm fire breathing right down this line
Nice.
here.
Oh, does it come back on a short rest?
It does.
Nice.
Tight.
Con on each one. Huh? Front.
For sure.
Next. Last. The very back boy pass, as his brothers absorb the rest of the damage for him.
Well, that's good, because that's 7, so that goes down to 3, so...
Okay.
But it's doubled. These guys are the twig, don't they? Take
Oh, those are the twin boys. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, God.
Okay.
It's gonna
Like
damage of
10
all that
rounds.
extra damage there. Yeah, Caecilius, describe to me how this happens as you're surrounded and fighting.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's a simple, like, open up the sword and the shield and just lean down to their level and just scorch across it.
Rakes across the floor.
Nice.
Roll me a percentile die for me, sir. Oh, an 18? Oh, man. That sucks.
So just such a jerk. Wine
You see-
catches on fire.
Oh, this wagon catches flame a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, my dude probably didn't think a thing about it.
Ava, your turn.
I will.
Oh, I'm sorry. Scratch that. Just hold on a second, Ava. Let me catch up here. Let's see. Yeah, enemy 1 is still around. Lieutenant is out. Okay. What was your initiative, Ava? Do you remember?
21.
Okay, that's me. Go ahead, Ava. You're up.
I'm gonna attempt to kill this one for like the 9th time. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a regular hit.
Hey!
It's D10 for
D10, correct. Big 4, you got me, coach.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Heads, you're up, sir.
Let me just make sure this is not a bonus action to move this. I think it's an action. It's an action to move it. Alright, I'm going to move it back to this point and hit these 3.
This is like Eclipse style.
They don't
14.
even need saves.
Okay.
Well, yeah, roll more than 8 damage.
Yes.
Caecilius, you're kind of standing there like regarding the fact that, oh shit, this thing's on fire. Then you just see a beam of light move and hits him as they fall down dead.
It's like a Kira.
Wayland, you see appearing over here.
Does he have a knife in his hand?
Yeah,
That's horrible.
that's so violent.
It's horrible.
More of those dudes?
More of the vine boys, or the needle boys, up here.
We're the noodle boys.
And all 4 of them in the front shoot needles at you, Wayland. First boy.
20.
What's your armor class?
20.
You missed.
Oh!
Next boy, third boy, final dude.
Woo!
Oh yeah, you're just like, ah! Like you just punch down in the shield.
So how much damage did his horse take?
The horse is taking a lot of incidental damage.
It's all sticking in the brain.
Yep. And then, if you would, my man, I would like your horse and you to make me a strength saving throw.
So this one's for me. Plus 6.
That's
so
a pass.
15. And what's the... I need a horse strength real quick.
What kind of horse is it?
I think we agreed it was a riding horse.
Yeah, it's just a riding horse.
Yeah.
I can pass.
Doesn't
No.
Alright.
Yep, passes. You see vines start coming up out of the ground. They're wrapping around Osprey's legs, and he kind of rears back and starts stomping on them. You're doing the same, kind of slashing away from them. But that area is now covered in these tangling vines.
That's a war horse, right?
Riding horse.
Riding
Oh, it's
horse.
a riding horse?
Yep.
not
So
one
that is,
big
it's
one.
20 foot square there. So basically the 5 around you is difficult.
Gotcha.
And with that, there is no more. Oh no, there's 2 of them.
Plus
There's 2
3.
left.
Yeah.
2 of these boys left attack you, Caecilius. Miss and miss. You're just blocking them, knocking them back. And that's it for them. So Wayland, you're up, sir.
Yeah. Let's see, difficult terrain.
You've got that guy.
Yeah. I guess I better finish it
I
off.
mean, your horse still goes 50 feet, right?
Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. Or trying to see how best to distribute myself without getting shot next turn. We'll just take this guy out.
You're just hacking through the vines.
Just kind
Question, do you get out of the vines radius? How far did you move there?
that was literally quite a twist. I think the hindquarters of the horse are still.
You want to come around to the other side or no?
Yeah, we'll
You don't have to. I'm just asking you.
drapes on over to the other side.
Oh. My dude's in there legs.
Nope. He hit him and the horse are one.
Learned a thing about Wayland.
He's centaurish.
That's no legs Wayland right there.
So 12 on that dude.
How does that already hurt Needle Blight die?
With one hit.
Needle guy is just gonna get smashed into the ground by a swift downstroke straight through. Cleave.
Alright. Throw me that dead boy.
Halves of dead boys coming at you.
Alright, well. in an interesting twist, seeing their
Can I
buddy go
assume a
down.
defensive position as an bonus
Nope,
action?
that's an action.
Oh, man. Oh, good. This is
Glad I'm not sitting there anymore. I hate it when like man animals.
What's up, Jeff?
I thought he escaped it.
What's up, Jeff? What's up?
At least your hands are above the table.
Ava, one of those lowers some needles on you and shoots at you from far away. And what's your armor class again?
17.
That is a hit.
Oh, squeaks in there.
Oh my god, they do a lot of damage.
For 8 points of damage. Then the one in front of you swings on you. Misses. It's raising this hand and spikes come out and swipes at you. And then, Wayland, you get a volley of needles in the face, my man. Front one, misses. Second one,
Misses.
third one,
Misses.
Hold that.
final one.
Oh! Dude, I gotta like name my shield.
Yeah, you're
after
against
this.
like Driessa. Burning Driessa.
My turn?
Your turn.
Spindlebane
Okay.
shield over here, like.
I think I get you there.
I think you might provoke an attack of opportunity from that one in front of Hedge.
Oh wait, what if I'd gone
Yeah, you
around
could have
that?
gone it.
Okay.
Could have gone
The
it.
other one.
Could I make it to 30 from...
Yeah. You
Okay.
could. Yep.
I'm going to
you're
go
right.
there as my move, and then he or she's within 60 feet away, and... Cool. I'm going to try and mind spike this motherfucker. Wisdom save.
Yes, a man.
Man.
Yep.
Oh, here's my 3d8 still, plus my 4 radiant on top.
No big deal.
Obviously.
5, 6, 7, 12 plus 4.
16?
Yeah.
You see that difficult ground just all those vines kind of recede back into the ground.
Are you keeping help on him?
Yeah.
And just so you know, he can't become invisible for me, and I always know where he's at
Cool.
if he decides to
I
run.
love it. Would you kindly move? She's gonna turn around and help Ava. Ava's been struggling with this one for a
Thank you.
while. Ava's kind of just been chilling. Oh, she misses though.
That was the crux of my decision. Was like, do I need to help Ava and rely on her to kill that, or
And Caecilius.
Did you skip this guy on me?
Yeah, I sure did. Yep.
Best player.
Yeah,
Did you
good
bring
guy,
me damage?
Yeah.
Good
Hey.
digest.
He needs another.
Nice job,
info.
Jeff. You know what? Yeah, you just earned an inspiration. There you
I was
go.
hoping.
There you go.
Just
I waited till he missed the
One
turn.
attack.
Handle Jeff over
Just an
here.
agent.
Okay. All right.
He sees big
I'm
enemies.
just pushing them over and just start hauling.
Okie dokie. And with that,
Actually, no.
No,
What I'm
please.
going to do...
well,
No,
actually.
No, I'm not going to do that now. I'm not going to do
actually.
that right now.
Well,
Invalid.
actually. Okay.
Oh,
Ignore that.
What? I didn't see a B word over there.
oh.
Bow.
Bios.
Bow.
Bios!
No.
That was a little bit of a stretch.
Okay. Ava, it is your turn.
Deep breath. Got the.
You can
You
say
have
that.
an inspur.
How many times do I hit this stupid thing?
You've hit him actually.
Just move
once.
on.
Oh my god, you're awful.
Just
at this game.
Don't worry, Irina will kill it.
Yeah,
move
Irina's
on.
got your
Just
back.
move on.
Hedge.
Disengage. Dash.
Hedge. Let me see what the range of this is. 60 feet. Control flames.
Oh man.
I can only put out 5 foot though.
Okay.
But I'm gonna put out 5 feet of that.
You actually reminded me there. Sean O'Hara. We're gonna have this. We'll let it be retroactive. Sean, please roll me a d6 for each adjacent square of the fire. And on a 6, it spreads. Oops.
Why are you
Probably
good at
is.
rolling dice when it like fucks us?
I need to roll another one. For the
Yeah, oh yeah, for this
I rolled a
adjacent.
1.
Okay, this adjacent.
You are literal.
And this adjacent.
No,
And this one right here.
no.
Then I'll put that one out.
This was my fire die, my be off.
But I like fire. I'm a red dragonborn. You put it out, and as you do, you see it licking up the side. You hear the horses in there, like. Third neigh of the night. You're welcome. Okay.
We get a neigh tracker on the wall.
Show me the neigh
No,
tracker.
you call it the naysayer.
No.
He laughed though.
I'm gonna give
That was
Ava.
a pity laugh.
I'm gonna give Ava inspiration because I feel sorry for her
Yeah,
rolling so badly.
Nothing like a
Thank
pity
you for your
spell.
pity and spell.
Alright, this druid sees you all coming at it, raises its hands, does that. Vines start coming up out of the ground again. Caecilius and Driessa need strength saves out of you all.
Ooh, 17.
Ooh, girl, you passed.
She's pissed.
I'm actually gonna spend my inspo because I did not do. I rolled
Nope.
the exact same thing, so I got a 9.
Alright, you're rolling over like, oh yeah, I got this. You see her just like, fire all over the place, stepping aside from them. You just feel them kind of creeping up around you. Feel your arm get stuck. Okay, enemy 2 is these boys, and they come up and attack
What
you.
is this?
That is the vines.
Vines.
First boy. Nope. That armor class is protecting you right now. Nope.
Tell me about it.
They're just trying to stab at you, and you're just like, just taking it.
You're ignoring them.
They can't get you. Wayland.
Alright, so Osprey is gonna dash right over that druid and we're gonna whack him in the face.
I don't
Nice.
even think you got a dash.
No, I don't think you do either.
Well, he can't attack, so.
Deep.
12 plus 6 would be 18.
Sean, there is an O'Hara watching right now, and said there's another O'Hara. Rin O'Hara is the username.
What up, cuz?
Distant cuz. Sorry, what'd you get?
18.
Roll damage for me.
Do it. Roll good.
2 plus 6, 8.
Still kicking.
Oh, I'm gonna kill him. No, you're not.
You rush up, slash it. It kind of falls back, holding a staff up between you.
What
My
about
dude got a con. Does he have a concentration check with that damage?
He sure does. Oh, but he passes.
Hey, I'm gonna
Good
give,
effort.
I'm gonna give an inspo to Sean.
Okay. Yep.
For reaching?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That one
Messed up
stays
the
off.
battlefield.
That one stays off.
This
It was
was
like right
gone.
here.
Okay.
And I just like this focusing on Wayland tonight, and this druid holding up its staff is like, to me!
Oh, good. That's not what I meant, but that's alright.
Welcome to Sunday combat.
It's okay.
This
it's
ain't your
fine.
mama's combat. This
is fine.
Sunday.
It's fine.
Alright.
I'll get a 4th day out of you before I die.
The one in front of you looks like it's about to attack Irina, turns and attacks you. You've got 2 on you in melee. 1 is a hit.
Cool.
Oh, wait, these are the better boys.
Who would win? One Ava or
7 damage.
or better
How many?
Sean, you were asked to do your name proud tonight.
8? Is that what you said?
7.
Oh,
And
7.
then the one in the back fires some spiky boys at you
Yeah.
and gets you.
Me?
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Told you to disengage.
For 6 damage. Madam. On you!
On me?
2 of these guys that reach up and attack you.
To me,
And
spiky
whiff.
boys.
And the other one raises a hand and spikes fly off of its arm.
Shit
that's
outta
20.
here.
That's 20.
Shit out of
It
here.
was there. Driessa.
Me.
How did I get turned around?
You didn't.
Oh, I didn't attack you.
Yeah.
Man, dude. Thank you, Jeff. See, guys, this is what the portrait of a good player.
I'm gonna inspire. Oh, Jeff already has
He
inspired.
already has.
I
He
don't
missed on you. Driessa, it is your turn. And I lost her, but I think she was right there.
The
What boss?
The boss.
I am going
The
to
bears.
roll.
Just rename it Tony Danza.
You face the druid Tony Dancer. That's not even. We're not. Don't even start.
Stop
that.
it. Stop it.
I Eldritch Blasted this person.
The
Wait,
druid.
the druid. The druid.
Yeah.
The
No,
druid?
no, Waylon.
Waylon, yeah, makes sense.
Thank-
Everyone else
Thank
is
you for
correct.
your assistance.
Thanks.
You give her
Okay.
inspiration for
Yeah.
shooting Waylon.
So 2d10 force damage, right?
2d10
Plus
force damage.
4 radiant.
Okay.
Probably.
This
11.
is the movie death cam where you hold your hand out and the camera's like, and the horse, it's in slow motion. The horse rears back. Just catch a glimpse of the druid. Goes right between the horse's legs. Blah. Bone and blood and brain erupt out the back of its head, and it falls down dead. And Caecilius the vines recede back into the ground, and you are freed. Sorry, evidently we deafened everybody with our oohing. Sorry.
Oh,
about
and
I
I was wondering about that.
ain't sorry.
Nope. Sorry, not
I
sorry.
ain't sorry.
Crits over deafness.
yeah, I'll stay there.
All right.
Actually,
Someone go help Ava.
I'll stay there.
Poor sweet Ava.
Yeah, someone go help Ava.
Her death at one twiggy boy.
Those aren't Twiggy boys, those are Spiky boys.
It got under her feathers. It's just like, she can't shake
Literally
it.
ruffled her feathers. Let's see if Irina can take care of that guy
So-
for you.
I'm gonna
She doesn't.
inspire Driessa for smacking people
Oh,
around
thanks.
all day long and pretty
Thanks.
much
Yeah.
being mystical as fuck.
Caecilius being mystical AF.
Mystical and fun.
Alright.
I almost picked it up again.
Don't taint it.
Well, being that I'm right by those things, I think I'm gonna use a divine favor, because that's a bonus action, I'm pretty sure.
Do it.
I'll do it.
You put that around.
Turn around.
I deal an extra d4. Alright, so yeah, I will do the same and whisper, pull my hand across my sword and be like, Bahima. And I will attack
You're
you.
like,
we already got it.
Everyone's double deaf
Yeah,
now.
there you go.
Sorry.
That's what happens when you pray, y'all.
Oh my god. Did you roll Sean damage or not?
No, we rolled good
I
damage.
rolled pretty dope. Oh, because yeah, that's a... Oh, plus my d4 radiant. Isn't that right?
Which
Yeah,
is also
that's correct.
Which
Yep.
is also double. Not that it quite mattered on one of them, I guess. Yeah.
Please kill them both.
Yeah. You did so much damage.
25.
You just raise back. Your sword beams of light. You just slash through both of them.
I'm gonna high five him.
Seems successful. Yeah. He
I'm
kind of
gonna
stops.
radiant high five him.
Yeah, you're staring at him. You see her just like burning. She kind of locks eyes with you for a second.
I've got burning radiant energy off my sword, and then she's just sitting there, just Super Saiyan style, just.
We're just back to back, like.
What we should do is have a delay of the stream, and then you
Yeah.
can pop up a d20
Yeah.
on the stream.
Warning!
So people can.
Warning!
Yeah.
Mute your sound card.
Crit inbound.
You.
All right, you now hear a booming voice. You are too late. And a figure appears. He's on a balcony above this. Okay.
Was he stomping in the grapes?
He was not stomping in the grapes. He is up above.
Oh, okay.
He or she.
What does he or she
Sorry,
look
it is
like?
a she. It is a she.
What does she look like?
She has another huge antlered, like it's not a. It's like a headdress with
Made out of
huge
what?
antlers. Made out of antlers.
And what else?
And sinew.
What are they attached to?
There's no metal. She's not wearing any metal. I know where that's going. But she has this huge black staff that looks gnarled and kind of withered. And she's holding that up and she says, "The very trees are against you here." And she holds it up in the air and you hear a peal of thunder in the distance. And you just hear all around you. And you look at the tree line and the tree line seems to be alive off in the distance.
Cool.
Cool.
Ava! your turn.
This should be fine. 12.
Yes, 12 is a hit.
Oh!
Ava!
Ava.
4 damage.
They're still not dead.
It's
So
still alive.
pathetic. So pitiful.
You tear one of its little twiggy arms
Yeah, it's
off,
like
but-
This is Spiky Boy. This is a spiky arm, sorry.
a needle arm off.
Oh man. Heads, you're up.
A knock of
Question.
Yes.
I can't remember because I've never done this. Is there a grab in this?
An action to grab?
Yeah.
Grapple,
I think it's the same
is
as
the same.
grapple.
It is.
Yeah.
You can shove though as a different one though.
Yeah, you
But
can
is
shove.
grab an action?
It takes place of one of your attacks.
But it is a mechanic. I just have never used it.
I think it's
Yeah.
I think it's just the same as grapple.
It's the same. Yeah, there's no difference.
No, if I want to grab an item from someone.
Oh!
Strength
That's a
resist?
great question. I think
I think that's an interact, right?
I think it would be, yeah. I think it would be an interact and probably opposed strength.
Okay.
You know what? I might even make you roll to see if you can hit and
Right.
then oppose strength. I mean, I
Okay.
know that's a little bit complicated.
All right.
I don't know what that is off the top of my head, but that feels right. An attack roll, standard attack roll, and then opposed strengths.
Okay. Well, so I'm going to go
Oh yeah.
first.
Just morphs into a giant raven. This is a magic item, letting this druid morph into a magic raven.
I will draw an attack.
Yeah.
Yep.
It does get you
That's fine.
in raven form.
I wish that was just fine for me.
7 damage.
Alright, I'm doing concentration. Okay, still have the beam.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna fly. I can't do anything because it's an action for me.
Got it. It's an action.
So I'm just kind of flying right here.
Nice.
I'm just kind of flying over here.
Yeah, more people. Heck yeah.
No, I'm gonna try to.
Thanks.
I'm gonna try to grab her.
Grab the headdress. That'd be great.
Okay. Well, this person's dead. So none of that. Enemy 2. None of those. You guys are kind of clearing the battlefield a little bit here. Waylon, it is
Not
your
me.
turn. Not you.
Not
well,
me.
everyone else. You're not
Everyone
doing
except
so
for
great.
Lydia is doing so bad.
Is Irina still with us? On that?
Yep.
She's before you.
Yeah, Irina's got that handled probably.
Alright, I'm gonna wheel Osprey around and just, I guess, start trying to chop through these boys.
All right. Osprey can take the dodge action, so if they choose to attack Osprey, it'll be a disadvantage.
Yeah.
It won't.
No.
12 plus 6, so
That was a hit, sir.
Yeah, it is. Spiky Boy. 3 plus 6, that's gonna be 9.
9 damage. You slash into it. A couple of its spikes fall off on the ground.
Man, that's the first time I haven't one shot on one of these dudes.
All right, Spiky Boys are back in town. That hurt Spiky is going to come after Driessa. Driessa, what's your armor class?
15.
And he also takes 2 damage for coming into next to you, right, while you're radiant. You take 3 damage, and he takes 2. It sort of hisses as it slashes across her. Ava, 2 attacks coming on you.
Was that a critical?
How much damage do you have on you right now?
I have 6 to go.
Oh, you're down.
You are down.
I know.
You have so many crumbs on the back of this.
Oh my god. It's
Well, look at her phone. Her phone has them too.
Ava. The first one. Actually, you had 6 left.
Does your keyboard have some too?
The first one knocks you to the ground. The second one hits you for 2 failed death saves. The third one comes around and attacks you again.
Oh.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, man. Oh! As Needle Blight jumps on top of you. And Ava has perished.
I'm going to bed.
I am sorry, my dear.
How do I follow that with my turn?
That really hurt.
I'm sorry.
That really, really hurt.
I didn't love it either,
Did you
but
tear up her laptop?
it's
You
too covered in
son of a
food.
bitch.
I couldn't quite do it.
Delete her account?
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know, The DM's my husband. He's sleeping on the couch today.
Hey,
You know what you signed up for.
you lived all the way through
Alright, so
Dragon.
Yes.
so
Jeff and I do not have that.
Yeah.
much
We have no sympathy.
But we do have sympathy. Welcome to our club.
Yeah, we
We're
do.
sorry you're here.
But you do have empathy.
Yeah.
We have empathy. Now it's all like focused.
Yeah.
All the anger is focused on you for not dying yet.
Anger. That's
Yeah, it's anger.
Okay.
I
Yes,
can't believe I got
you
killed
hear
by, like,
Ava
little
like
spiky boys.
falls down, and it is your turn.
No, Spiky
my
Boy-
radiant,
Spiky
you
Boys
just
are thick.
see like a wave of it just kind of like
Oh,
rush out a little bit more. Like I feel like I'm angry.
Heat intensifies.
Heat intensifies. Cool. Hey, so I'm gonna do a thing. I'm spending some sorcery points, so just so
Okay,
you know, there's a
okay.
couple of
All
things
right,
happening.
you do it.
All
I
right.
want to be surprised.
First of all, I need this mofo to make a wisdom save.
Ooh,
This boss bitch.
Yes.
Okay, half damage. Fine, whatever.
Okay, whatever. Don't care.
Whatevs.
He's the mayor of. I'm sorry. Oh my God, the look in your eyes.
I wish I could take
I'm
a
so
picture of
sorry.
it and put it next to
I'm
the.
so sorry.
That was the worst. Okay, so 3 damage, 3 psychic damage,
Nice.
4 radiant damage, and 9 plus 5. Is that a hit for me to make ranged attack?
On him?
Yeah, her.
Her?
14.
I keep saying him.
9
It's
plus
obviously
5.
him. That is not quite a hit, unfortunately.
That's fine. Okay, well, never mind.
You have an
That
inspiration.
sucks.
You have an
Oh,
inspiration.
Whoa, why is that gonna drag? I'll spend it. Oops.
I got it. We're good. Yo. Okay. On Irina's turn, she's just like, Ava, no! And she kind of tries to get to Ava's body, slashes
Oh.
the one that's right there.
Plus 2 more damage to this dude.
Yep. He is still alive, actually. I was kind when I let a single hit of 10 kill something. She swings at it, and she's just getting overwhelmed. She's like, Caecilius! She's swinging at him. Caecilius, it happens to be your turn.
I think looking over at that and seeing Ava down too. Not the mechanical one. My dude would dragon roar, just
Yeah.
and just start taking off. He'll dash.
Do it. Okay. With that. Oops. Sorry, I navigated away from what I needed.
Getting tense, y'all.
I have to.
Alright.
I have to pee.
This druid woman holds up her black staff and she starts spinning it. And as she does, you're. And you see a black thundercloud appear. She lowers it towards you. And a bolt of lightning comes down and strikes at the.
Dex
Please
save.
make me a dex save, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it. Oh, same goddamn thing.
17 damage,
17.
sir. As a lightning bolt just.
Still up, barely.
Woo!
So concentration succeeds.
Okay, and just. And all around you, there's movement on the floor of the forest, kind of just outside of you.
You have 3 hit points left.
Hedge, it is your turn.
bring her down.
I'm trying to grapple.
Nice. So I forget. So you do not have to make an attack roll first
No.
to grapple.
No.
I use one of
Just
my
say-
attacks.
It takes
It
the
takes
place
the
of
place
a
of one
single
attack.
attack.
Not the
Got
attack action, but
That's
Got it.
right. That's why it's so strong.
I'll do my other attack.
Okay, yeah, you do have 2 attacks, don't you?
Oh my god!
Oh! You got it.
7.
You got it.
Okay.
She raises the staff, and the talons just kind of grab into her shoulder.
20. I fly up with her.
Yeah.
So I'll fly up.
So remember, you're half
I
speed
know. So I
now.
have 20. So I have 60 left.
So you can fly up 30 feet.
30 feet.
She's already 20 feet off the
Okay,
ground.
so she's
you get
20
to 50 feet up if
50.
you even go at an angle at all.
Yeah, I'll kind of be like right here.
Okay.
About 50 feet up with her. I'll just do this.
Just holding on to her.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, actually,
Do it. Do it, my dude. She flies. She plummets to the ground. Hits the ground.
Holy shit.
Does she hit the ground within 10 feet of me?
She sure does. She's right there.
So I'll drop
Mark her
Four.
prone. So another 2.
4, or no, wait, 2.
It's 2,
You're right.
yep.
2 if she's near me.
She hits the ground. The staff kind of falls out of her hand for a second. She reaches out and snatches it. And with that, Wayland, it is you. Hey, Lid, how you doing over there, honey?
Alright. Yeah. I'm done with these. We're gonna disengage.
prepare to disengage.
We're gonna move on over
So the
here.
horse disengages,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
means you still got your full thing.
Yep. And then we're gonna move on over there and smack her around a little bit. Do I get like double advantage?
No.
Double advantage.
Listen to this guy
Can I
reach.
roll 420 sided?
10 plus 6, so 16.
That is a hit, sir.
Yeah. I haven't rolled this boy in a while. There we go. 12 more.
Not bad. I mean, she's on the ground trying to fight back with the staff. You just slash into her as the horse comes back. You slash and Osprey rears back up, and you're sort of doing the old like hold the reins with the sword up. All right, Viney boys, or sorry, Spiky boys.
Needle boys.
Sean, all 3 of those needle boys come around on you.
All these.
All of
right
those
here.
guys. Yep. And Irina's like, no, fight me, and she's just like slashing at them, trying to get their attention, and they just seem to not even notice she's there.
I would like to actually mark them with unwavering. Mark her with unwavering mark.
I forget what that does.
She has to attack you.
If she attacks anyone
disadvantage.
else, it's disadvantage. Is that right? Cool. Here are all 3 of those coming in on you. 1 hit. Actually, what is your armor class?
20.
20, okay. 6 damage, sir. Hey, honey. Hey, just wanted you to know, I really love you.
No ditto, nothing.
Yeah, no, just
Just look away.
yep,
I'm
cool.
trying to let Hedge go again.
Yeah, I was. Triessa.
I mean, I'm okay with that doing again. Pick her back up.
Is she like, how bad does she look?
Looking prettier. She's kind of like trying to fight back with her staff on the ground. Oh, you know what? I need to make several concentration rolls for her on that call lightning.
Yeah, that would
The first will be when she fell, which was a good amount of damage.
she made that.
She made that. And then she got
Yeah.
hit again from Triessa's fire. Gone.
Oh! I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm
I'm so
down.
happy.
Why? Why aren't you
For
happy?
you guys.
At least Bryce wasn't here to see that.
And I was thinking to say, if Bryce had been here,
My dude's.
I would not have been able to play the character anymore.
Yeah.
My dude's gonna lose his mind.
I
have to
am
somehow
going
inform
to try to Eldritch Blast her. 16.
That is a hit. Technically,
Is it range?
it should be disadvantage when she's on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you're right next to her.
Which she.
The weirdness is, if you're right next to her, it's not disadvantage.
I'm-
attack
if
with the
she's
spell,
in that
I think, the
one-
range
She
spell
is next. She would have to have been next to her to use. Well,
Yeah.
not necessarily, but yeah.
Like,
I thought you had range 10 on that fire
Yeah.
boy. Okay, yeah, you're good.
Oh,
You're
wait.
good. You're good.
hold on. What? I'm confused. Why couldn't I?
Well, which hex is she in? Is she in this
She's
one?
where the base is.
Okay. So he's there. He's actually in range. And the horse.
I'm confused. Why can't I
Am I about to get fried?
What just happened?
If something
Normally,
is
if something's prone and you do a ranged attack, it's disadvantage unless you're right next to them.
But I am right next to her.
You are the way that's set up. I always put the base where they're actually located, so the way it was previously, you were not, but we adjusted it to make it that way.
Okay.
You're
so
fine.
I was fine. Okay.
totally
I was
fine.
like, what the hell's happening? Alright, so I hit. And then 1d10. I hate when I have these hundreds in here and then I can't find anything. Do I even have one?
Yeah,
Can someone help
baby,
me
I think
out?
these are both yours right here. That are
Thanks.
both D10.
7 plus 4 radiant.
Fry her like
Plus an additional 2.
For ending her turn. She's just like, no! Looking wrecked right now. Irina is still, like, she's crying over there, just like, attack me! She swings at the one by you, Caecilius. Nope, she gets it and it kills it. Somebody can take care of those guys. Caecilius, it is you.
Yeah, I'm swinging on these.
That is a hit, sir.
Radiant damage. Oh, show hair roll right
The
there.
rolls are so abysmal.
Plus 8 damage.
Okay, yep,
I'll
mark it.
I took
Oh, I was like, what did I do?
I just inferred you weren't going to be making damage, so.
That is your foresight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I found it on the ground.
Thank you. I was looking for it, and then I was like, I swear I thought it was gone. And then it was
When you rolled a
back.
break, I put it back.
All right, on her turn, she stands
I
up.
thought I'd lost my mind.
She moves here, moves another step back. You don't have Warcaster, right? You can't do an attack of opportunity on her.
Mm-mm.
And you're up in the air, right? She takes the staff, smashes it into the ground, and you hear a loud
Shot thunder wave.
thunder wave. So if everyone, it's con, right?
Yeah.
If Driessa and you and your horse can both roll me a thunder wave,
Which
please.
happens first because I get an opportunity to attack if she's attacking someone else other than me.
It's a spell.
No, it's
She's
not.
not attacking
Okay.
someone else. Other
Unless
than
it
you.
says specifically.
What are we doing, Con?
Con.
I think it's attack.
Con save, yep.
10.
Okay.
Con save.
Yes, sir.
Your con is +1 for your horse.
Thank you.
That was yours?
Yeah, plus
Failed.
4 plus 1, so 11.
Okay. That's a fail.
Isn't Thunderwave 5 feet away?
Nope.
Oh,
it's a
it's 10.
15-foot area,
Oh shit.
and you cast it in an adjacent square. It's 15-foot cube. So she hits all of you guys.
This guy explodes.
18 points of damage. Yep, that guy totally
Shit.
explodes. 18 points to
You
you
fail?
and your horse.
Down.
You and his horse are down.
Yep.
I'm down. I'm down.
Hedge, your turn, sir. She is looking wrecked. Like, she's leaning on the staff, just...
Kill her.
Just not bomber.
Nice.
Yeah. What joke before?
Looking for that inspiration?
It's all gone.
What is it?
15.
That's a hit.
Oh, it is? Oh! Shit.
Wouldn't it technically be advanced? Oh no, she's up now.
Nah, it's not.
She's standing too.
This is 4.
You're not gonna believe me, but how do you kill her?
What?
Exactly 4 left.
All right. Well, he just comes
But we still
down
got all these bad guys.
and just grabs her like at the base of the neck and just
Oh yeah,
pops her head off.
She falls to the ground, and as she does, the staff falls out of her hand, and you look at it, and it's almost like smoke is coming off the end of it.
I still have an action. I mean, I still have an attack. Can I interact? Can I grab the staff with my
Yeah, you
talons?
grab it. Yeah, you pick it up, and the moment you do, you can hear and see all of the blights in the area, and you can see an army coming just out of the trees, like those little twig boys. The vine ones are like crawling along the ground. You can see the ones like you can almost like share their consciousness. Make me an Arcana check, unless you think something else would be relevant to know something about this staff.
Nature?
Yeah, why not? Give you nature.
That's a 15.
All right. You surmise that this is made from the bark of the Gulthius tree. And as you hold it, it seems like you have some sort of... This is what's animating things.
Alright, well, I still have some movement. So it was 50 down.
Yep.
He just arcs around.
I gotta pee. I've been trying to hold on. Just
Sorry.
watching this on.
Sorry, I know we're close to done here. Waylon, it'll be a death save, please. You pass.
Save?
And because it's basically a party member, I'm going to give your horse death saves.
Oh, okay.
That is kind of me, but I'm not going to screw your whole class here by not having a horse. That would really suck. Although I guess there are horses in there.
Failed?
Horses failed one. Okay. We're going to deal with Castilius' attack in just a second.
Y'all ready for a depressed cavalier if he loses his horse?
You were in that square?
Yeah.
You're lucky.
Bye, guys.
Raven.
It's got disadvantage to get you, though.
Spikes coming at Driessa.
Miss.
Okay, you have 2 failed death saves.
I do.
Yes, you do.
Missed.
The other one misses. Wayland lives.
Can you like snap that staff or something? Like, dude,
Well, I'm going to do something round.
Driessa, you are up. Oh no, I need to attack Sean, of course.
I have to make a save, don't I?
One hit him. Hey Sean, how you doing hit point wise?
He's peeing.
Sean
Give him a minute.
took 5.
Give him a minute.
I can't see. What is that?
I don't know what his method is.
I don't understand
Alright,
this.
what have I missed?
You took 5 damage. Driessa and Wayland may die here.
Wait.
It is. You took 5 damage.
Okay. That's fine. But how will they may die? What?
They're
has
both
2
down. He has 2
failed,
failed.
and I'm about to make mine.
And
More
you have-
importantly, Osprey has 1 failed.
But she also has this one coming for her next time.
Did you?
I haven't rolled yet.
Okay, so this is your first death save. So you have 3 goes right now.
Unless that one attacks.
I got you.
Do it.
Oh, it's my turn.
It's your turn. 1 failed death save for Driessa. Over there, you see Irina.
Wait, that's not a saving throw, though, is it?
It is. It is.
It is.
Can I
Yes,
add
you can.
2d4 with my favored by the gods?
Sure can, yep.
What did I roll?
You're
A
gonna need to
2?
roll double 4s.
What's your con bonus?
Oh,
you're right, you're right.
You're gonna need double
You need-
4s
you
here.
need double
Oh, before you roll, just know you may want to save that.
You may
for
want to save
another
it for
fail.
another time where you're closer to making.
You got a 1 in 16 chance of this being a pass.
Yeah,
burning
I
that
like
ability. All right.
I think if she's going, Cassius would be like, hold them off and get them. They're not going to attack you. Kind of like.
All right. She attacks the hurt one, drops it. Caecilius, it is your
Who
turn.
wants to play Arena?
I'm gonna take the hit.
Nope.
Yeah, just put my hand down on her and lay on hands for 10. Just.
All right. You're laying there, just seeing darkness, overcast skies, feeling a profound sense of dread, and then your eyes snap away. Caecilius is over you. He's got his hand on your shoulder.
Reach up and touch you.
If I had more, I guess I would.
Get yourself in the middle of it. Hedge, it is your turn, sir.
I'm going to come out of Druid form.
Yep.
Bonus action. Healing word.
Okay. All right. Nice. I love it.
What about my horse?
As you're holding the staff, you're starting to almost feel like these things are familiar
Can
to
I
you.
try an action to try to control them?
You sure could.
Okay. Bonus action though.
Yep.
You get 7.
Whew, saved you.
What about my horse?
You're first.
Horse first. Me later. Oh, that's true. So what am I
Adopt
rolling?
a
new one.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you narratively. It feels like you're starting to control them, but you also feel like part of your life being drained into the
great.
staff.
Well, he'd still do it.
Trying to control them.
Yeah, try to have them flee.
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion roll. I'll give you advantage.
That's good.
Oh! 2-0.
You take 7 points of necrotic damage as it happens. Like you're just like, feels like your veins start turning black and like almost pulling into the staff. But you all see these things kind of stop. They disengage and kind of start slinking away.
And I'm just gonna have them run away for the night,
Alright.
move for the entire night from wherever they are.
They do.
I want to take a quick break.
Yeah,
before
that's
we
a
deal
break.
with this.
We'll come back for just a few more minutes after this. It is getting a little bit late, but we will do our follow up
I would have bonus. I have one more bonus action to heal his
to
horse.
heal the horse. You all are healed. The
yeah.
blights retreat into the
wanna
forest.
go
We'll be
get
back in like
Ava.
3 minutes for the wrap up here, guys.
Oh.
Just blame the weather for my faults. Turned a new page to trace the lines. Overriding tape, the same thing. It's a new name. It's a new name. Spent too much time on ritual. I spent too much time on ritual. I spent too much time on ritual. Spent too much time. Spent too much on my spring. Took some steps. Dive down. Twist again. Started forward on new legs. Carpet snags, so I stay still. To catalog my brain, to weed out my downfalls, fix it to nothing. If I don't say for one single frame of clarity, I trade the blur. Set fire to whatever else I do. To map out every space. To rearrange as I see fit. To trade places with the map I fit in. Crumple all of it. Start it all again. Till you bite your tongue. Mistake the scene for reasons. Color until I find some things I wanna be, but don't.
Ready.
Player one.
All right. We We are back. You mad?
You mad though?
The heroes have successfully defeated the Druids and the Blights at the winery. You all collect yourselves, beaten, battered,
You don't all collect
and you
yourselves.
find Ava's little, beautiful bird body just broken on the ground. A look of peace across her face. Would you like to say any final words narratively?
No.
Okay. Ava's just laying there. Caecilius, I think you scoop her up.
Yeah, I would scoop her up, and I would put her, her arms folded across herself, and I would pick her up.
Behind you, you can see the hooded figures of a couple of the keepers kind of emerging out of the woods. They're all on crutches. They're supporting each other. You can see, Davian. He's the only one walking with his head high, but even he's kind of limping and stumbling. They're approaching kind of from out of the mists. You'll have a moment before they get here.
I'm just gonna continuously try to cast Spare the Dying on her,
Yeah,
like sobbing.
I think after a minute, it's not going to work. Little angel, she's already gone.
Maybe she's flying now.
That would cut deep. That would cut deep.
Let's bring her inside, out of this rain.
You bring her through the loading dock. The fire has been put out by rain. You kind of come through. There is the smell of charred wood. You kind of push it open. In here, you see the big vats. You can clearly see vials on the ground where a couple seem like they've been poisoned. This is just like, empty potions kind of rolling around on the ground in a couple of spots. The place doesn't seem to be all that ransacked, and you do see some barrels that look like they were kind of pre-sealed. A couple minutes later, Davian and a couple of the other keepers kind of come in, and he's like, I can't believe that you pulled it off. And I am sorry for your loss. Nobody deserved to die outside of a winery. But I do thank her for her sacrifice. It'll go much farther than she'll ever know for Barovia, I'm afraid.
Well, you can tell all the other ravens all over Barovia to sing the name of Ava. Everywhere. Always.
It's like, she had the right look about her. Could have fit in with one of us. Don't know where she came from, but I think it was a sign. She was a fellow raven. Maybe this was her purpose.
He settled her down. And, I think talking to him, but not necessarily looking at Davian. This is the path we take as warriors. We sign up. Ultimately, we're already dead. But you gave a noble sacrifice.
I think she would be happy to know that she did have a purpose.
Hedge reaches in his pocket and takes out stone and kind of puts it in her hand and closes it.
It's like, death is the norm here, isn't it? I hope she finds some peace. Well, it looks like they've poisoned much of the wine. We'll get the winery back in operation before too long. Where will you be going next? You're welcome to stay here this night. We can bury her out back if you'd like.
The gems. Where are they?
Well, I believe they've already taken them to Yester Hill. Unlikely they'd keep them here. That was their first.
Did I have a
call.
sense that there were blights around that hill too?
You didn't really get that. You got it maybe within a quarter mile.
Okay.
We cannot linger but too long, but boarding for the night would be nice. Just as we cannot dwell on death, there are more people we need to help.
I thought there are, but your actions here will have a ripple effect all throughout Barovia. I hope you know that. I don't know what kind of solace that might find you, but...
Of little solace now, better later.
take our revenge on Strahd himself before too long.
Irina's just looking at her. Like, Irina it just keeps looking at Ava. She's just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This was all on account of me.
It was not on account of you, it was on account of Strahd.
Strahd brought us here. He wants you to. You fought as bravely as anyone. I understand your position and you'll probably feel that way always. But it's not all about you. In fact, for right now, this is about Ava. I mean, a little sour and like turn back to Ava.
She nods, kind of.
Hedge will go over and put his hand on her shoulder.
Yeah.
And kind of pat her back.
Her body language kind of closes in a little bit. You pat her, and she puts a hand on your hand as well. And she kind of looks down at the ground. Well, as I said, there's no appropriate place that we could bury her, but at least here she could be under the protection of the keepers. As I said, I think we all saw her as a bit of a good luck charm.
He's talking about Ava.
Yeah.
I think he'd probably look at Driessa. Is that what you think we should do?
With Ava? I don't think that she should be buried. I think if there was some way that we could preserve her and use her as a beacon of hope for everyone to look at her.
I'm not sure I catch your meaning, but I think we could talk about it.
She'll keep through the night. We'll figure it out in the morning.
Leave her to rest in the ground.
Well,
There is rest in the ground. Ava always wanted to take to the skies. Maybe that will have the answer.
I could take her to the skies.
maybe that's the most appropriate. We could burn her. Scatter her ashes in the clouds. I'll leave the decision to you all. You don't have to decide now. I know you don't have much time for mourning, but, well, you certainly have earned a little bit of time. Alright, we'll take care of it in the morning. Again, I don't think we can ever thank you enough. Not just by your actions, but by your sacrifices. They'll never go forgotten, I can assure you of that. Long as we live.
There'll be more before it's all said and done.
I don't doubt that. Well, we'll see to it that you put up for the night.
Thank you again for your hospitality.
He and the rest of the keepers all kind of turn and disappear up some stairs that are in here. I'm not going to obviously draw out the map.
I think, yeah, as Caecilius is settling in, I mean, he's just casting off his armor, sitting back against the vat, just looking.
Alright. I think that's where we'll end the session, guys.
Damn.
Should we do the quick 5-minute round the horn where everyone's characters' heads are? That's always my favorite part.
I'll start.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
Oh, hey.
Hey, baby.
Do you want me to go home with Sean tonight?
We did get a new power.
Well, I guess, yeah, I mean, out of your end, how do you feel about Ava's trajectory? Obviously, it's ended, but otherwise.
I mean, I thought that having her character develop more of a relationship with the ravens that kind of keep an eye on things would have been a cool angle, but I'll start over.
Yep. That was getting cool. Do you want her initiative? 10?
Yeah.
Forever? Driessa, how about you? Where you at? Where's Driessa's head?
She's sad. She's really sad. She, Ava and Caecilius are the closest to her since she's been here.
Right.
And she, like, cuddled up on Ava every night. How many nights
That's
have they
true.
been in Barovia?
This is like night 5 or something.
Yeah.
We really haven't been here very long.
But she's pretty much, since she left the palace, she's been the only person she's really cuddled with at all, like at night for comfort.
Right.
So she's
Maybe
really...
one more night, she'll kind of
Cuddle with the corpse.
Yeah.
No.
No. Yeah.
Guess so.
But she's just, she's really upset. And I think she's even more upset because, like, I think she was hoping that she had an interest in like finding out what was going on with that whole vision that they had both shared.
Mm-hmm. How about Hedge? Hedge doesn't matter.
Well,
Literally this morning, right?
He feels a great amount of guilt
Yeah.
because he asked her to come here.
Right.
And she died because of what he wanted. At the same time, he's exhilarated. The fact that he's actually been able to help the people of Barovia because he's been a coward his whole life.
He finally rose up
And he
and
just
did a
kind of
thing.
rose
and
up and-
he saved her.
Oh yeah, Hedge got MVP.
HGE MVP.
Seriously.
So he's kind of conflicted. I mean, he didn't know her, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't feel the loss
Right.
of like a gentle creature.
A noble sacrifice
Yeah.
by a gentle creature.
Yeah.
How about Wayland?
Waylon, aside from Hedge coming in newer, was probably farthest from Ava. That was the one he had connected with the least bit, I think. Bryce and Kai, he had that kind of warrior spirit with. And Drasilia, he kind of doesn't know, but sees her as very angelic, almost as a higher rank than him in like ethereal standings.
Makes sense.
If that makes sense. He understands the sacrifices that have to be made to help the people. Understanding doesn't help how much it hurts, though.
Right.
So while he is kind of able and has seen other people die around him, he's able to kind of soldier on, so to say, but he deals with it on his own. Internally, very internalizing of that.
Makes sense. About Caecilius?
Caecilius also has some conflicted feelings. I think on one hand, even though he and Ava like didn't talk much, I think he did feel a little kindred. He's like basically like, nobody knows what the fuck you are. Nobody knows what the fuck I am. Like nobody knows how to
Outcasts.
make anything of us. So there was some kindredship. I think on a more cerebral level for him, I do think he's starting to feel like he feels the loss, but he's also like, I mean, this is a chess game. Like to some degree, like I think he's feeling like, I mean, this is the cost of what we're supposed to do. Like,
Yep.
there's no shame in what she did. Like she died a warrior's death, and like, of course it hits, but he's also like, I mean, but we may all need to sacrifice ourselves by the end, and frankly, we might need other people to sacrifice themselves to be like, there is a somewhat cold calculation that he's making that is like, he's like, I mean, we won today because everybody came together and we were willing to sacrifice ourselves.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, if it's any consolation, level 5 before next session.
Woo!
Yep, level 5 on your new character.
Oh, good.
All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us. We really enjoyed it. We'll see you Tuesday for Princes of the Apocalypse, and Sunday again, 7:30 for the continuation of our Curse of Strahd campaign.
I'll hit it. Thanks, cousin, for
everyone.
tuning in, whoever you are.
Everyone.
Hit this when you want to stop.